Make sure you pour it into your little glass, and let's watch some Counter-Strike. I'm going to come in right now. Let's have a look at what we've got today. We're on Nuke for the first time, so one of the lesser played maps here in the knife round. Of course, we're looking for both teams to be winning this. We've seen Nuke definitely change it up recently as well. The ramp being removed, the vents being taken out of place and play. So very interesting having seen that in the last couple of weeks. But of course, it means that these teams haven't had too much time to actually get to know this map. A lot of change up in the ramp area of things as well, but the mains run through, and it might be just a solid 8 rush. Borup does find the first headshot, second and third. What is that from Borup? A big quad kill to start things off here today. Snekker is going to finish him off, but a quad kill there in just a few seconds, and that's a way to start the game off strong and start the day off strong. 1-0 on the board already, and that's exactly what you want to see. Your stars showing up heavy here, and Pride, a little factoid for you is that they've actually started off strong in the majority of their series, and it's been closing out that has been the problem. So seeing such a poor start there on the pistol round might spell trouble for the Poles. Nice outside play from Snedker. You want to be getting aggressive with this M4 as well. Not too aggressive. Those pistols can be extremely and exceptionally lethal. You can see Gab rotating his down towards Secret and Dark. These new vents, if he had turned to his left there, you just got a glimpse of it. That changed up ventricle system in there. Not as easy takeage of that A bomb site. The rotates are a lot harder as well. You'll see it here as Borup goes down. There isn't direct entry onto the B bomb site, so it means it rotates are actually 5-10 seconds longer than they otherwise would be. You've got to turn some corners as well. It means that these pistols can be exceptionally lethal, just like that. Talking of lethal, Luz is going to find his first frag of the day. They're on ramp. Nice with the pistols. You just want to be doing as much damage as possible, and taking one of those rifles down already is very important. Borup and Glace both finding shots. It's only Zoran and Tom left, final 2. Tom finds a headshot. And Tricked. Held back here. Look at that with the Deagle raining through again. Tom salvaging an M4A4 as well. He has got armor on his back, so this is very doable here. Zoran's got the majority of the HP. The bomb down. Oh, they both drop. Nice retake from Tricked. Salvaging a bad situation there. And 2-0 on the board. Losing a lot of players. They're going to be tossing down that M4 American football practice there. 2-0 though. And on the CT side, we don't actually know how sided this is. We don't really know the balance of Nuke. But here we go, looking for a little bit more here, of course, today. Pride have the pistols in hand once more. Not a lot of investment. You would usually see heavy investment from Pride coming in the early portions of this game. Getting the kills in that previous round as well means that they can elect to go for a little more bang for your buck. You can get out a couple of extra pistols and all that jazz. But Lucky is going to rattle away and find the first and the bomb. Tricked. Their goal is to lose as little players as possible, and I guess the sub-goal is also to do as much damage with the MP9. Snekker just closing in on targets. Luz is next in line with Zoran behind, so he could be a bit of a difference maker here. The CZ75, a very rapidly weapon who bursts out. It does mean that they get that kill. The second there, nice headshot from Luz. And then MP9 salvage, a lot of damage onto Lucky. Could have been the third kill, but instead it's the third round for Tricked. AWP, quad AK-47 is what you're going for on the Pride side. You don't actually normally see an AWP got out this early, especially on the terrorist side of Nuke. It has a lot of application towards outside, but I actually find, as a hybrid myself, I find that outside with the AWP and just T-side with the AWP on Nuke is actually a lot more difficult than most maps. Some AWPers do prefer it if you're good at taking those outside angles. If you're going up onto Marshmallow or Silo, you are going to have a lot of angles to contend with. Glaze gets aggressive for the opener. And now Tom and Lucky have the standoff between Squeaky Door. They do want to go for this boost up. There used to be ladders all over the place. Lots of easy movement for the CT side, but that's all said and done, all gone. Valve said night to that one. And you can just see that boost up coming there. It's actually a weird three-man boost, wanting as many people up top as possible. You've got lots of coverage from that very advanced angle. Can spot the domes as they come in. There's another one of the changes, by the way. You just saw it there. Lucky moving back and forth. And there's that metal pillar between the two silos there on the A bomb site. It means that you can't just peek middle through towards A main. You can almost see it from this angle. It means that the CTs have a little less to play with there. But up top, Glace 1 and 2 doing the damage here. Splowick is going to trade it off, but he's got players on all angles. And Borat going to finish off the job. A nice fourth round from Tricked. And this has looked convincing so far. Tricked, nothing really slowing them down here today on Nuke. But we are early days. Early days, pals. You'll see. It says, good evening, everybody. Good evening. I'm sure that's from our production room there. Giving us all the inside info. We've got a couple of people here watching today. Thanks very much for joining us here at ELC Gaming TV. Happy to have ya. They're making their way downstairs. And a bomb plan, not quite crucial, but definitely preferred here. A nice headshot comes through there. Splowick is the only player without Kevlar, so I'd like to see him throw that away as soon as possible and give it to one of his other teammates. Literally anybody. He's taking the shots upwards, and maybe an AK-47 could have been favorable there, but they all drop. That's actually very poor teamwork and coordination there from Pride. I'd like to see a little bit better weapon management. But 5-0, this is Tricked just rolling it away, and maybe that shows a bit of miscommunication on the side of Pride. You'd certainly be expecting them to drop away that AK-47 to somebody with some Kevlar. Smoke's out, and that's actually an aggressive one. That smoke's actually used as a sign cue, so somebody peeking towards A main is just going to assume that it's smoked off and not actually peek it, leading on the flank being a lot more effective. But obviously somebody actually seeing that smoke trail in would know that something fishy is going on. A professional player doesn't always throw a smoke that bad. There is a follow-up there. On the other side of it, he's going to take the firefight, back off, losing a little bit of damage. A little bit of health loss there. No love loss, though. Both these teams making their way through. It's down to the AWP on Snedka. He's been very good at finding these opening kills there. Lame with another one. And this is Pride not being able to find anything in the early portions of the round. Tom trying to make his way through. Gun barrel spotted and headshot found. Snedka gone. And now Lucky from below just looking for him. And that is perfect capitalization. Ball there around the corner. Should be able to find both, and he does. Nice swing and pick. 6-0. And you can see Tricked aren't giving away any of the early advantages. And then they've got the trades to back it up. Especially on the A bomb site where you've got a lot of corners to contend with. And it means that Pride just are very much struggling right now. Scrambling of T's from T-Spawn. And a 7th opportunity for the Polish side to actually get onto the scoreboard. That nade's not going to help matters. Tom, he felt that. Lucky's out on the A site, and he can see a lot from this angle. He can actually back off nice and convincingly. He's got no Molotov, though. They're used in the early portions of the round on Nuke. That's what makes the CT side quite expensive. Borup actually doesn't find any shots before going down. It's all down to Lucky. Single-handedly on this A-bomb site, he finds 3. That was marvelous stuff. And now Pride, they are falling to pieces, but they are only one man down, and Splowick's going mad with the P250 outside. Not finding any headshots just yet. Tom towards A, could get this bomb down. Lots of cover from behind. Means that Lomi going the wrong way is going to be a real problem here. As he, does actually find Splowick in the meantime. Now the pistol coming inwards. Tom here needs some more frags. Really needs to find the AK-47 in Lome's hands between his grasps. If he can grab hold of that one, this is certainly doable. But you see he's rotating in towards ramp. I think he might be overcomplicating things for himself. The bomb could have went down a month ago. He could have had that ticking away on the A bomb site right now, but instead he's rotating around and upwards to clear angles that have already been cleared. And Lome's not going to give him the bomb plant anyway, so this all falling apart. Oh, there does go the bomb. So a little bit of extra cash in the pockets of Pride. A little bit of a misstep from Lome in that situation. Should have got onto that site. But 7-0. 7-0, 7-0, 7-0. 7-0. Trig's certainly doing a good job right now. They're not making a lot of mistakes. Little lack of coverage on A in that previous round. But they're going for risks elsewhere and putting an extra person away from that one. So, the stabs are coming through. That's a bit of damage at least. That was actually from the Molotov. And the spray comes in as well. Glace is going to find him. I think that Tom was quite discoordinated and discombobulated through that smoke. Now the push is coming in fast and Nedgar's got the angle, but he's getting shot through. There's the re-peek again. Gab's able to find, but there's still a man down. Well, until then, Glace does expose himself outside. Means that he drops. And now it comes down to these two players on the B bomb site. For a map with slow rotates now, the CT side seem to be very quick on the trigger. And it's working out on all accounts. London dropping 2. Oh, there's third. That's his second consecutive triple kill. That's just unbelievable stuff. 8-0. And Pride have just been up against the ropes all the time. We haven't actually seen them on Nuke too much. But certainly with 8-0 on the board, Trick are going to be feeling confident here. The only good thing for the CT side here, or the only good thing for the CT side, I should say, is if they can take 4 or 5 rounds here, 3, 4, 5, then it's going to feel a lot more damaging to Trick, to probably expecting a 12 round lead going into this next half. Center, about to walk into the AK. Only does find one frag, so Pride can get the bomb down fast, but I don't think this is going to happen. Lucky just tearing them up once again, and wow, another triple kill for him. I think that's his 3rd here, and he is just tearing it up. He's throwing all the paper in the trash. This is not working out for Pride. It's not even like their strats have been particularly lackluster. They've just been not necessarily hitting any shots. So up against only one single AK-47, this is looking like double digits for the Danes. Bit of firefight there from Gab, forces Snecker back. He's going back towards the CT side of things there. As the push comes through onto B bomb site. A couple of kills traded through, but they're being won by Pride, at least, with an AK pickup. Gab's got a great angle, gets shot in the face, but he's down to 10. Still alive and roaming, though, as this retake needs to be magnificent. There's a fast headshot. Glace makes his way through. He's got another angle to pick. Oh, with that nade, it's going to be massive. Gab, goodbye. And now the 3rd and final man right around this corner. Both of them have barely any health to talk of. And Snecker's got this AWP in hand. Needs one shot and doesn't find it. There's a first on the board for Pride there. As Tricked. Now, this is where the reset has to come in. If they want a very convincing half, shutting Pride down here is crucial. You want to be stopping them from gaining that loss bonus, taking one. And remember, Pride lost so many players in that last round as well, almost all 5. Meaning if Tricked can find a round win here, oh, and it is going to be the straight-up rush onto the A bomb site. You've got CTs everywhere, but Lucky already dropped it. Great spray through that smoke. Borup once again. A nice bloke from behind. He's got a great angle. There's the peak, not fast enough. Lome gone. And now Pride, are they waking up? Is it early morning in Poland? I'm not quite sure. Sploix got this angle here with the AWP. Lots of players, lots of poles pretty much everywhere with the bomb down as well. This is going to be near on impossible for the Danes. And maybe they even have to consider saving here. The nades are nice, but the A site is just such a cruel bomb site to go for the retakes. Another smoke frag by Borup, but it's not nearly enough. He gets chased away, and Pride string together at least 2 in a row. Nine to 2 here. AWPs on both teams. Of course, you'd be wanting it on the CT side here, but on the T side, it's a little less fundamental. You've got the push-up here. Mexican standoff. They've got no idea that he's here. Where do they go? Oh, they're not even going to check it. Glace springs out to life. And it is only going to be the 1 frag. Snekker finds another in the meantime. But Gab is exploding outside. Could have been a 3rd. Borup does finish him off. Splo's got this angle on lockdown. Bang and gone. Just 2 left. And Pride do need this. Tricked have already got too many rounds on this CT side. And they are starting to fall apart. Oh, that frag from Lucky, getting aggressive and finding another. Luz is rotating back around, but he's at a severe disadvantage here. He's got about 3 times less health. The bomb is rotating inside. The only good thing about Luz here is he has got the element of surprise. He's got the bomb on his back as well. He can go for either bomb site, and theoretically he's got a 50-50 chance of getting it right or wrong. And it looks like he could be guessing correctly. Favouring A right now. Lucky going downstairs. Remember, the rotates can be off. And he's only got 10 seconds to plant this one. So meticulously checking the angles. And is going to plant right at the back of this site with barely any time to spare. Now Lucky, I don't even know who's favoured in this position. That Molotov does go down, and Lucky goes right through it. Ballsy play, oh, and the shot. Nice, fast. Initiative taken from him. And double digits. 10 points for Team Tricked. Where's he going? He's got a bomb to defuse. He wants to grab hold of that AWP. That was time over. Sometimes see players miss that situation. Nice cinematic angle there. Feel like I'm at the pictures, as my Gramp would say. He's probably watching right now. Hey Gramp. 10 to 2. And oh, look at that. Look at those glasses. Where do you buy those from? Those look expensive. And Trick don't really have the money for glasses like that right now. They've barely got any cash in their pockets. Snecker's been playing outside in pretty much every single scenario. I do like that, playing the AWP in the long distance engagements, and he has been changing it up, going from main to higher, been playing a little bit of CT spawn as well. Got aggressive one of those rounds. And when you've got an unpredictable AWPer on the enemy team, you're always scared of them, especially if they're hitting shots like Snekker have. I don't know what his impact has been like on the actual leaderboard. Maybe we could open it, but I know that a lot of his frags have been impact frags. And yes, spotted out, and another opener. I think that's 4 or 5 opening frags from Snedka this half, which is just an unbelievably high amount for an AWPer. Up top, it's Glaze to mow down a couple. And you're running low and thin on health right now as the... Hello, everybody. Looking like the UMP was almost going to finish off the job there. But 16-5 being lucky scoreline. 12 rounds if Tricked can take this one. And this is very comfortable territory here for the CT side. You'd be certainly expecting them to win this map if they take literally any more rounds. 11-4 is salvageable, but remember, this isn't a massively CT-sided map. Snedka outside, another opener from him, and the Pistols trying to rain through. Need to get up close and personal before... Oh, what a turnaround! All 3 frags there, Pride missing everything. 12-2 on the scoreboard. Oh man, this game seems just over. Pride have put nothing on the scoreboard here. Nobody's showing up. Everybody left in double digits as far as the kills are concerned. And yeah, Tricked. You've got a couple of fundamental players showing up here. Going for half time as spray down comes straight through the smoke. At least the one. Good double spray down, but the team kill. Pride just don't want to win this game, do they? The team kills just doesn't feel like they're going to take this one either. The rotate being just so fast, and the bomb dropped, and the flank right in their back, stabbing you between the shoulder blades. And they are not looking out for this one. Borup's got a great angle here. There's a shot on the side of the head. He's going to be sent with a painful headache to the doctors. And it's 13-2 at the end of the first half. Little gambit sticker on the floor there. That's what we like to see. Supporting not even fellow regionals, just a random team. Maybe that's as close as they could get to the red Tricked logo. Now the pistol comes through, and oh, Zoran does mow them down. What a fast pistol round there. Pride with the turnaround out ramp. To be fair to Pride, they have loved these pistol rounds recently. But struggles so far mean that they're stuck 13-3 down, and UMP, double M4, Famous and Escape. That's what the CT side have to work with, where it's just the pistols, majority Deagles for Tricked. Just the one Glock as well. Bomb down on the ground. It's all about these opening frags. Lucky trying to take a tag away. Instead, you're met by that resistance. The scan from long range. Just so superior. Zoran go for the spray downs as well. And this is just shooting fish in a barrel. 13-4. Pride finally waking up. Finally hitting at least something. Tricked have such a heavy scoreline here that 13-4 is... Well, 13-2, it was a moment ago. Seems like an insurmountable comeback. We've seen it before. We've seen it actually in the Legend series. But 13-4 seems a little more realistic every time you look back at the scoreboard. Pride do need a lot of rounds in a row here. And the feel-good frags against the Glocks, very critical and crucial. You've got Zoran in to help as well. This is probably going to be a mow down through ramp. But the push has come through, and the fallback from the M4 is so intelligent, but he's chased away. And they get a little too close, a little too quick as they aggress into that smoke. And he actually pops out the other side. Has support there. Luz and Gab going to close him down. Such intelligent play there from Luz to stay alive for so long. But 13-5, and this game continues. So we're going to be going at least a little bit longer. It tilted every time I see that Gambit logo on the floor. A non-Legend Series logo on the floor. What is this? It's a disaster. Tom getting close. Nice aggressive play here, and Tricked aren't ready for it. And it's the first frag here, and they are going to swarm inwards. And by that I mean outwards, downstairs, looking to catch Pride a little by surprise. Certainly not. They have rotated very effectively. You've got players left, right, and center on this A bomb site. Orps up top will need a long rotate. But Luz just behind this door. There's the bomb dropped. He's got great position advantage here, but the Orp rains through and Snekker finds another. That is traded back, but they still have the man disadvantage. The bomb's still not down on the B bomb site. They need to do something about this fairly fast. Snekker is roaming for more, just taking these corners one by one. And Pride, they're certainly not taking it one by one, staying all in a pack. Look at that, Zoran waiting for assistance, waiting for the teammate, not wanting to get caught off by the AWP. Snekker's going to have to play picture-perfect counter-strike here if he's going to find these shots. And there is one on the backtrack as well. No retaliation from Pride. They should have been able to find that frag. But Snekker's here to post a secondary angle, dodges the flash, and he's back to more. There's another. Snekker just shooting them down right now. Gap gone. And Lome's there to shoot down the headshots. 1 and 2 to finish off the round. Tricked one away from map point here on Nuke. They find themselves in such a difficult situation. A couple of convincing rounds earlier actually means that Pride Gaming can afford to buy into this one as well. This would have been over if they had lost a couple of extra players in the previous couple of rounds. But now, Tricked have to win it the hard way by winning one more gun round here. Gab, very lucky to be alive. Lucky absolutely had his number in that situation. So he sent backtracking over to the corner and sent trailing away. But Pride still just holding it back on each angle. You can actually see on the map how much of a passive approach they're playing. Often you'd be playing at least one person aggressive, either towards ramp or outside. But the CTs aren't doing that right now. Instead, with the smokes placed, this is a solid execute from Trick. Something that we didn't see from Pride the whole half, by the way. We didn't see a wall of smokes on either bomb site. I would love to see a wall of smokes on the A bomb site. And now they're about to make their way in. They need to hit the shot. Zoran from up top is able to find one, and he's peeking through for more. Tom there for support as Zoran shuts them down with a triple kill. Just place left, and he's got so many targets to find. Another headshot before he falls to Luz, but 14-6. And Pride Gaming finally to put a couple of rounds on the board. What's going on in the chat? Define says squid no food poison, even. I can read. I'm a professional commentator. I ate some 12-day-old turkey. Not by purpose. I knew it was old. I know it's kind of old, but I ate it regardless because it smelled okay. I didn't see the date on it, and then I looked at it like mid-eating, and it said it was like the 17th of May. I was like, wow, I'm a disgusting person. Not as disgusting as Tricked right now. They are munching people alive, and with the CZ75, Clace is going to do it again. That opens up the rank completely. Or pick up from Borup. Pick up from Borup. You've got Luz behind. And there's the bomb dropped, just trying to shoot down more. Almost finishes off the job. But Lucky with the AWP has at least a slim chance, the slimmest of chances, slimmer than a 12-day-old slice of turkey. He's making his way through to the A bomb site, and Gab is waiting in a prime position to just punish him as he moves out. I don't think that this is really doable at all. He's, oh, I don't know if he's going to spot him here. Yeah, no, he isn't. Round over, night. And Pride on half the scoreline that Tricked are, so 14-7. is getting faster. You know Snedker IRL, so you're here to give your support. Is that what you're saying? We've actually got 1,400 people here watching here today, so thank you very much for joining us here at the Legend Series. Nice place on Molotov there. Both these T sides have looked pretty lackluster so far. Tricked, obviously, a little less time to really express what they're made of. They're about to go down to the B-bomb site to at least show us. And from what I've seen so far, they're much more convincing at taking map control. They're already downstairs. That's better than Pride did in their tenure on that T side. With Pride, it was maybe discoordinated attacks, a little disjointed, and they couldn't find it. Here, Tricked are really hooking down and anchoring in on this defense, and there's the opening frag, the crucial one that they need. Glace has this back angle here. Splowick just almost toast. He finds that shot though. Splowick does even up the scoreline. 4 versus 4, but the bomb is down, and Nuke is notoriously difficult to retake. Now Borup is going to find another one. They're making their way through. Splowick has a couple of opportunities to close it out, but Tricked. You're one away from map point. This could be everything. Zorin. Oh, they're actually going to save. Pride deciding that 8 in a row, that's the only way to do it. So 4 versus 3. Pride just falling back. The bomb goes boom. And it's 15-7. And Pride definitely not looking too strong. They've woken up over the last couple of rounds. But this hasn't been anything to have a party about. They're not doing too well whatsoever. 8 rounds here to close it off, and that would be overtime. Funnily enough, we haven't seen overtime in the Legend Series for quite some time. Not for the last couple of weeks, at least. We had Dinko Cast in the Legend Series over on Thursday, here on the LC Gaming TV. And I think they had 1 overtime there, over on Mirage. I think that was a 1917. I think that series was going for like 3 hours. It's a crazy, crazy series, but now the lockdown on the A-bomb site. Tom in a great position, and that's a triple kill there. Gets burnt alive afterwards, but Pride at least staying alive for a tiny bit longer. 1 versus 4 for Glace, and he is toast and history. 15-8. Pride needs 7 more, but as I said before, not looking too good. As soon as they get to double digits, 10, 11 rounds, that's when you can really start believing. But Pride, it might be a case of don't stop believing. I'm not going to sing it. Quick headshot from Zoran outside. Remember, this is a best of 2. We've got another map coming next, and then another series coming after that. Cop Zaka will be taking center stage against Demacier in just over an hour's time, so make sure you join us for that one. But in the meantime, we've got Pride, who are trying to mount an insurmountable comeback here on Nuke. They're doing a good job. They're up on 9 rounds here after they can find this final frag on Lucky. And this is starting to look ever increasingly possible. Remember in the Legend Series as well that you get less points lost for the more rounds you can take. So if you lose, if you're this far behind, and if you win it by a considerable margin, like Tricked were looking like they were going to, you're going to take more Legend points than a team that wins, but only by a slither, only by a 16-14. There are many other factors that goes into that elo system, but that is one of them. So AK's all round for Tricked here, looking for this final round. They've got 6 chances. Remember, this was 13-2 earlier on today. And the more rounds Pride can take, I think the more confident they're going to be going into the second map of this series. Possibly in the next 10 to 20 minutes. However, if we do see an overtime, it might be a little bit more. Tom in with a first. Needs this retaliation shot, but the miss comes through. And when you're playing ramp, you need to fall back as fast as possible, but Sploik's there with the double. War up, Snedka, both finding shots, but it's only the former remaining. He is certainly looking to make this one possible. Bomb dropped over there on ramp, right on the yellow line. Doesn't mean anything, of course. It's just artistic, I guess. Borup downstairs, rotating outwards. He's done a map of this. He's done a lap of this map, I should say. He's doing the marathon, the nuke marathon. Oh, there he goes. He's going. He's going to get his steps in on his Fitbit. He's got his little fitness watch strapped to his wrist. Look at that. He's dodging side to side as well. They count as one step. He's getting it in. He's getting his little miles in. And there's a headshot. Does keep the AK-47 alive, so that's a little bit of extra bang to be working with in your next round. And Tricked here, they need to just scrap anything they can get their claws on. As many rounds here for Pride is absolutely vital and necessary. It's going to be the outside take. Borup, the only player who is partially equipped. AK-47, body armor. No real nadeage. Now I've got that one flashbang. That often in Counter-Strike's very crucial. There is a gap in that smoke ever so slightly. I'm pretty sure that nobody, like no semi-professional players, no tier 2, tier 3 players know the outside smokes on nuke. They should get practicing them. Because they're always wrong. It's just, they're just the most fundamental smokes on this map. You're going to be gifted a couple of rounds at least if you get them right. It's at least got downstairs, but it's into the weight guards of Luz, who is very open to find these frags. Nice spray down headshot for one. There's another trade in with the CZ75. Could be all over to the pistols here. If Pride lose 3 more members, they need to get this retake in, and it's always so difficult here on Nuke. 5 rounds remaining if they want to take it to overtime, but it might all be over here if they can't defend against the pistols. They're trying to shoot Snedka like fish in a barrel through. The one tag comes in, but they haven't got time to be messing about here. Tricked have all angles on lockdown. Zorin does trade it in. Tom there as well. This is working out for Pride. Playing Ring Around the Roses on the door. Zorin finds another one. They need to get this defuse in right here, right now, and there it is. Pride stay alive one more time. Oh, last second. That bomb was so far ticked, and they do stay in this series. Oh my lord. Pride always surviving by the skin of their teeth, and that was just split-second life and death there for Pride Gaming. Remember, this is the first map of a best of 2. All out. Quad M4s, and that has got to hurt if you're Tricked. You're 0.5 seconds away from winning a map, and you cannot hold it up. Glace finding that final shot would have been absolutely everything, but it's repeat tactics, returning downstairs, and there's the initial, crucial, fundamental headshot. Glace finds it. And they're downstairs already. Pride already, 2 men down. This is falling apart, and this time, this isn't just pistols for Tricked. They've got AKs, M4s, everything on all accounts in Pride Gaming. Surely this is over now. Luz and Tom looking to make a 2 versus 5 happen. This is just such an impossible situation. One through ramp, making his way downstairs, and this is the 1v5. I think the fat lady's singing it's all over. 16-11 here on the first map here on Nuke. Interesting stuff though. Tricked versus Pride definitely going the distance. Remember, that was a 13-2 start and that opening half. And you know what that means for a team's confidence? If if Pride can take that into consideration, say, hey, guys, we didn't just get blasted out. We took a lot of rounds, consecutive rounds as well, but their backs were up against the wall right there. That could mean a very close second map. A close second map that we're going to see right after this short break. Don't go anywhere because we're going to be back in 5 minutes for the second map of this series.
I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. You hold my phone and won't leave me alone. I'm blink, sleep, blink, over my drone. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my skull. I'm high as your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this Coca Patron, I'm on Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone and won't leave me alone, I'm like Steve, I'm like Coca Patron. I'm on that Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone and won't leave me alone, I'm like Steve, I'm like Coca Patron. I'm on that Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron, Coca Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this Coca Patron, I'm hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this Coca Patron, feel like I go pom, curse my cologne. I just opened the zone, smoking the low, so till it's gone. Oh girl on my phone won't leave me alone. She say I treated her wrong. See, I don't believe it at all. I don't trust the soul, so outside of my own. I'm out of control, ain't bad all these loans. Time to get back on the road. See this success getting sold. I'm scratching them off, just like the jackpot I'm on. Y'all touch your back on the wall. I made a bet with the Lord. Wouldn't trade no racks on my soul. I can't move backwards for y'all. Ruger on me for the niggas who after the boys shit finna come blast me or no. My niggas asking for war. What kind of action you on? When my killers at your front door. What are you actually on? When we come with stress of our swords. Reminiscing playing basketball at the course for the gas. Now we trap horse board. Digging your bows in the jersey with forces of Jordans was actually on. Nike and Reebok the glasses was on. Now Gucci and Louis be on. Polo and Troy be on. I'm on in the jewelry be on. I like a movie be on. I'm on that Coca Patron, calling Patron, calling Patron, calling Patron, calling Patron, calling Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you over my phone, it won't leave me alone. I'm like, see, I'm playing calling Patron. I'm on that calling Patron, calling Patron, calling Patron, calling Patron, calling Patron, calling Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes in my skull. So I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this Golden Patron, I'm on Golden Patron. Only 10 in the morning, I might fuck around and drink all of this shit. Smoking ozone with codeine inside of my swisher to compliment all of my hits. EBG waking up early in the morning, I push off the whip and get on with this shit. Shit that I wake got that bitches on set and I swear we gon' fuck all of my hits. Ball with the wall off the walls till I fall off $1 million, we all getting rich. I'm on so much of this Golden Patron, my blood alcohol comes and give all the suspense. Possibly leaning on promethazine in the moment while smoking the black in this bitch. Roll up the rest of the nuggets so blind that I just got a baggage, no bag in this shit. Just up the plus like a whole bunch of cars on the road, what that mean I was traffic and shit. Next year I'm moving my talents to Cali, I swear that I ain't looking back at this shit. I need to focus on forward, God trying to open the door. My life was bogus before, ain't no one trying to support. Mama said fuck them before, so I keep a pistol inside of my pocket. I pop it, you drop it, I promise I'll open your pores. I'm in your neighborhood service and nerve 24 hours, no grocery boy. Black about mixed with the cushion and see with the rebels. Tonight I'm a Coca Patron. Your whole my phone and one easy, but on the blame me blending Coke and Patron. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone, it won't leave me alone. I'ma see if I play Coke and Patron. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes in my skull. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control, all the Golden Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes in my skull. I hide your hoes, hold my phone and one lazy but alone. I'm like me blending Golden Patron, Golden Patron. I've been biting your home, I hold the control. This Golden Patron, Golden Patron, Golden Patron. This Golden Patron, Golden Patron, Golden Patron, Golden Patron, Golden Patron, Golden Patron. I need to focus on more. God trying to open the door. My life was bogus before. I'm on that Golden Patron, I'm on that Golden Patron. I'm drinking, I'm driving, I'm testing, I'm beating, I'm letting, I ain't going on. Golden Patron, Golden Patron, Golden Patron, leave it alone.
Wake me up at 5 a.m. Ask me how I feel through the night and during day. My answer will be the same. You're going down, I'm going with you, but I still feel like I'm doing alright. You're rising up, I'll be with you, 'cause in the end I just feel for two, 'cause it's been raining all day. Stayed home alone, sitting in my room, watching rainbows falling down the window, glass on my soul, the crying skies, living the whole living it all. Knocking back at the door, and guess what? I'm putting on my yellow shoes, I'm taking my umbrella, got a yellow coat, I'm going out. You know, the color of the sun is the best for working. Oh, wake me up at 5 a.m. Ask me how I feel through the night. During day, my answer will stay the same. You're going down, I'm going with you. That has to feel like I'm doing alright. You're rising up, I'll be with you. See me and I feel for two. You're rising up, I'll be with you. You're falling down, I'll be with you. You're rising up, I'll be with you. See me and I feel for two. Yeah! Ain't we all the same though? Wearing different shoes, searching one another under the rain. We stay strong until we get along. Ain't we all, yeah, the same though? Wearing different shoes, searching one another under the rain. We stay strong until we get along. We stay strong, we are safe, we're strong. Yes, we are safe, we're strong. Get along, 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 get along.
Hello, welcome everybody. Hello, and welcome back. I'm Squid CS, and you're watching Counter-Strike. As per usual, it does look like the pistol round happened. It does, doesn't it? In fact, I'm not sure. Now, this game doesn't look live. Tricked have far too much money for this to be live unless a couple of knives came through. But let me catch you up on what's just happened. We just saw a fantastic first map of Counter-Strike on Nuke between those two players, between those two teams being Pride and Team Tricked. Probably the highest level match we're going to see today at the two best of twos we've got live. So Nuke just happened. And now we're going through to Inferno in just a few moments. Wow, look at that. We're here live for the knife round. I think it's going to be the knife round in just a few moments here today. And yeah, of course, it's Inferno. I think Inferno is probably the most played map here in the Legends series. And we should be getting through to this one very, very shortly. I'm excited about today. I took a little bit of hiatus. I've been in England for a little bit. A wee bit, as they say up in Scotland, and now I'm back here in Hamburg for some more of the Legends series. So thank you so much for joining us today, if you are. Somebody said score, Tricked leading 1-0 here today. So, you know what? If anything's happening, somebody said skip song. Somebody didn't like the song. I think that we've got some beautiful music here. I'm happy with it. I hope you are as well. But yeah, of course. We've got a lot of Counter-Strike coming up. We've got 3 games coming up on Thursday as well, so make sure you see us here on ELC Gaming TV for that. I heard that we might have a special guest for that edition of Legend Series as well, so fingers crossed somebody shows up. I'm not going to announce it just yet because maybe he won't turn up. He's Irish, and sometimes he just likes to go to sleep. Cough, Dean. I hope he's watching. I like to rib Dean a little bit. Play a bit of CS. I think he's a good caster. I think he's good. Look at that knife. Look at those gloves. That leopard skin on the wrists. That's some beautiful stuff. It's like Antiques Roadshow. Let's see how much that's worth. You take in your trash and then they value it and stuff. This from another angle. I think this is a similar knife. What is that? That's the Damascus steel. And they're all gone. They don't want to play CS apparently. They all dropped out, but it does give us a little bit of extra time to talk about this matchup. Of course, we're 1-0 up for Team Tricked, and they will be starting that game very, very shortly. Inferno being the second map. I actually think that the Inferno plays very similarly to Nuke, whereas you've got the heavy control of certain portions of the map and then less control of others. So what I mean by that is a lot of Inferno is orientated around Banana, and it's orientated on how fast you can take that portion of the map and get outside the B bomb site. And if you can take Banana, then you can actually set up with smokes and Molotovs. You all know this. Obviously, mid being a very contentious area of the map as well, but Inferno is a very funny map. You often see much longer matches here, and we've got more Counter-Strike coming up as well. So I hope they don't delay us too long because we've got plenty more coming up here today on ELC Gaming TV. I think that Tricked probably have Pride's number on this one. It's a very aim-orientated map as well. We've seen Pride, especially when it comes to the vetoes, be very mix and match when it comes to what they've been playing. At the start of the Legend Series, going for Mirage and Cash literally all the time. And then when that started to fall to pieces, they've picked up maybe maps just all over the place. They've been randomly juggling them about. And it hasn't really been working out so far. So it's going to be interesting to see what they make a staple of their map pool in the next couple of weeks. Let's hope Inferno is one of them. And let's hope over the next hour or so, they show us how strong they can be at the old Inferno being one of the most retro maps in the whole of CSGO. I think it's probably the oldest map we've got. Not this newest iteration, but of course or was it a source map? No, it's definitely a 1.6 map. But funny fact is A and B was switched. So the A site was the B site and the B site was the A site. They switch it up just to confuse everybody in CSGO. Don't know. Maybe everybody knows that. Maybe they don't. Chat. Obviously, a lot of Russian people in the chat looking for this next map tonight. We've got Namassier going to be taking center stage against Kopzaka. That's a very interesting series. One that I think could also be very close. I think that these 2 best of 2s could be the same length as the 3 best of 2s we'll see on Thursday. I just think that we've got some fantastic matches today, and then on Thursday, maybe more one-sided affairs. It's extremely interesting how you see best of 2s definitely vary in length. You've got the overtimes. Normally, tournament organisers put the best of 2s in because they know exactly how long a series is going to be. You know exactly how many maps you're going to have. And then you can plan your schedule a lot more. But sometimes teams will bring just these flawless series and throw everything right off tilter. And maybe that's what we're going to see in this series. They're having a couple of server problems right now, so they are going to be getting right into that one very, very shortly. But yeah, of course, we're going to be bringing you this match very, very soon. So sit back, put your feet up. We've got a nice action-packed day of CS coming. What's chat saying? Chat's all the way over there. It's all the way over there. I can't quite see it. Maybe I should like grab the monitor and pull it over here. Sometimes I've got this monitor here as well for the stuff. But don't you like this? Don't you like this studio? Don't you like we've got the knives behind? This was the one that we were looking at in game. Look at this. I feel like I'm doing the you know the thing that antiques people do where they like put their hands behind it to show them like like Mars's friends, the watch salesman and stuff like that. I'm sure he does it. I don't know if he does it at the back of the hand and stuff like that to show. It's like 400 euros, anybody? 400 euros, man at the back, 400 euros. We'll sell this there. Let's see, let's put that back before I destroy the whole of this set. We've got the smoke grenade as well. I like the smoke grenade. This is one of the core, I think this is one of the oldest props we have in this whole building. Between this and in the NA hat, which is the Timo hat, which is somewhere. I don't know where that is. Maybe we'll have to get that back out for some NA Counter-Strike kind of soon. But yeah, we've got the sniper rifle as well. I like the sniper rifle. We've got so many props here. But we will be going back into this game very, very shortly. It looks like we're going back into it right now, where the game is underway. Look at this. So over in the second round here, that pistol won by Pride. As I said earlier today, Pride definitely known for a lot of the faster starts and a lot of the better starts as well. Winning that pistol round is usually a staple of their T side. I think that they've got one of the highest pistol round win rates in the whole of Legends series, despite not really being too high on that leaderboard. This time taking up towards Banana, about to set up behind the B-bomb site, and the push is about to come in. I think that they might be going through this smoke right into Glace's crosshair. He is playing from up top, and that flash is perfect. Forces him off the angle and away, and the CZ75, it is brutal from this distance, but running out of ammo. Always a cruel mistress. They have to place this bomb now. They have full B site control. A nice bit of T-spawn. I do like that. Very, very cinematic. But we have the retake coming through. But not for long. Look like Tricked are gonna fall to pieces. Luz just behind this smoke. Gonna be forced away here. You've got Snecker left. His goal is just to keep one extra rifle on that bomb site, do that extra little bit of damage. I always say that 2 frags on an eco round is usually the break-even, where you can be happy about your performance in that eco, but it doesn't quite happen. Snecker falls, 4 alive, 3 of which are the rifles. 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3, as the Irish say. Doing a lot of Irish gigs recently. We had 3 Irelands E-Stars over in the green country. But here we go. 3rd round. And Pride starting off nice and strong. This is what you want from a team who did struggle in the first map. Had a bit of resurgence at the end of that second half. Remember, but they are making their way straight into the B-bomb site now, led by the SMGs as well. So it's a little bit of extra running gun, a little bit of extra cash in your pockets. Every kill you're getting, going to be double the kill bonus. And 1 player dropping. Long, messy, terrible. Oh, how many bullets was that? That was messy. I would be getting rid of that AK-47. I'd send that back to the shop. That AK didn't look like it worked. Zoran, he needs to wake up before they get rifles in their hands, which is right now. The buy-up going to be fairly strong from both teams. The the MAC-10, sorry, kept in the hands of Gab. The UMP in the hands of Lome. So on that CT side, you're always wanting a little bit of versatility, usually in the shape of an AWP, in the big shape. One of the biggest guns in the game. There it is. Look at that. Very proud. Just waiting up in B-apps. The smokes and nades are out. There's a flash as well to force the man close to fall back. That was Borup. He actually did get caught off by the flash and had to back off straight into pit. So here the push comes through, and Lome being the only player pinching on the B-bomb site with support from Glace. He is up in the flower pot boost. It's one of the least checked boosts over in CSGO. And now that final Molotov is going to get dropped. Pride can actually wait that one out. I prefer the Molotov to be used in between the push. So when Pride actually send the first man or two through, then go for the Molotovs. Otherwise, it all fades and goes before the push actually comes through. Forced off the boost means that Glace is actually stuck here behind the smokes, probably unable to stop this bomb from going down. Has to go for the spray through, and he's going to stay alive there. Take a couple of shots back. Glace lost that engagement, down to 34 HP. Now a messy retake needs to come through, and they're all coming through the same angle. The B bomb site, such a difficult site to take, and this is exactly why the headshots start to pile through. Another one from Tom. Fast pair there, as he finds two. Snedka, Bora, both with shots, but Zoran lines it up. Both headshots, and that is 4-0 for Pride. Great start. Just pistols for the Danes. And for the Pride side, that Molotov actually didn't land towards the A bomb site. Gab is going to find that opener. Lame dropping down to the very low sum of 7 points of health. And behind the smoke, the push is about to come through. You've got all 5 players taking the same angle here. Once again, Pride just electing to go for a very jointed approach. And up against stacks, certainly going to work. It means that they actually get a little less information onto both of these bomb sites. We saw it earlier where on the A site of Nuke, they were losing players very fast early on in those situations. They didn't have any intel, and on Nuke, intelligence is exactly what you need. You need to know exactly where a couple of players are at least. And on Inferno, I would say information is more crucial than any map. I'd say Inferno and Cobblestone, probably the 2 maps that you're looking for the most info. Out of the 8 that we've had in the last 6 months. Obviously, Cobblestone being removed from the active duty map pool. We're not using Legend Series anymore. Right behind this smoke, Glace trying to pepper through. He is stuck in this corner. Nobody's checking him. Oh no, we spray him down. Glace, triple kill in just a few seconds. Zoran trades, but he's lost so much HP in that engagement. And now this 2 versus 2 comes through. The smoke is placed. Zoran needs to get the bomb down on this site right now. Tap the numbers into that bomb. Just 14 points of health. He's stuck over in the corner. The thing for Zoran here is, the flash comes in. Luz peeked with barely any bullets in the magazine, but nevertheless found the shot. And there we go. He drops. Great crossfire. Perfect crossfire. 6th round there. The triple spray down looked like everything for Glace, but it did fall apart in the business end of that round. And Pride just looking so convincing. Remember that this has been commonly a pretty T-sided map over the last couple of weeks. Especially over in the Go Case Challenge that we casted. Just about a month ago, we saw very T-sided approaches. Over at Arch, nobody to be found. It's instead an A stack for the tricked side. And this is why information is absolutely crucial. You want to know exactly how many people are on either bomb site, knowing if there's a stack coming into play, and especially in rounds where you're playing against less armored opponents and less equipped opponents, you don't want to be falling into that trap, especially on Inferno, where you're very regularly going to be playing a 4-man setup on the A bomb site. And the Molotovs are dropped right around this Molotov, and the trade-up does come through from Gab. Borup dropped, but they are very low on HP. 40, 31, 60 for these trio of players at the bottom of the scoreboard. Pride have got Arch pretty much wrapped in, but those smokes pretty much signal that this is going to be the A take. And Lome, oh no, they do back up right through Arch. And Tricked are sent into spirals. They don't know that this is coming, but oh no, they go for the rotate through. The A site is completely exposed. There's nobody on this A site, but Pride have no idea. They're not going towards this. Instead, they're walking into a stack once again. They've walked into 2 stacks in one round. How can you do that? That's just, I've never seen that happen, ever. But Gab is going to find that shot. Now the trio of players just lighting it up. And the CZs are absolutely brutal. There's another shot with the AWP. Just Tom left, and he's got 8 points of health left. He needs these shots right now. They are going for the bomb plant, and that is round over. How do you walk into 2 separate stacks? How is that even possible? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that happens. Top of the head. Who's had a shave? Look at that. The effort was there. 5 rifle setup for Tricks. This game certainly turned on his head right there. And how try and make this one fast. Execute once again, and it works out. The trades aren't favourable for Team Tricked as the B bomb site completely salvaged. You've got somebody playing elsewhere, so a 3 versus 3 temporarily. Tom just covered the spray downs there. Just phenomenal stuff right through that smoke. And that signals the end of this round. You've got 4 players up on the B bomb site for Pride. Only 2 remaining for Tricked. So as this AWP is posted towards CT spawn, backs off. Donk. Shot through. Bit is one of the better angles to save as a CT. Right on the opposite end of the map, there's B bomb site. And yep, bomb explodes. That's a nice fountain. I wouldn't mind a fountain like that in my back garden. It's good, isn't it? It's a very eloquent map. You've got so many little beautiful angles. 7-1. That's our scoreline here today. What's chat saying? Ziltor or Zillator says, "Come on, Tricked, please win." There we go. Oh, see what I bought on AliExpress. I don't get that. Is that a joke? Q Rush is here. Why no invite on LAN? Man, you might get an invite. You don't know. If you get top 4, you get the invite. Q Rush. That's what happens, buddy. If he's still here. What else has been said in chat? Score 1-0. Remember, if you want to ask away your questions, you can do exactly that in the Twitch chat. Forced off that angle. Gab just trade it off. Pro game up. Getting close and personal here. Lots of shots missed though as the rotate comes through. The bomb is already dropped. So Trick needs to be going for this rotate thick and fast. Snecker's got a great angle. There's the side gone. And just Tom left. He's in apps, but has to find an angle here. Very difficult to have that happen. You know, Lucky right down below. He just switches it up, looks right upwards. That's the second round on the board for Tricked. It's all about taking consecutive rounds on the CT side as well. If you're only taking one and then losing the other, that's pretty much the worst thing you can do for your economy. You need to be just clearing it out. I like that Lucky does actually fall away from that angle in apps. Sometimes challenging the AWP is an interesting thing to do. sometimes it's what you want to do. Sometimes you need to find those feel-good frags, and nothing feels as good as taking out maybe an auto sniper. Between the two, one of those. But as a rifler, if you can just pop an AWPer in the head, you're going to feel good about yourself. But overexposing is maybe one of the most common mistakes you can make towards AAPs. Lucky this time doesn't make it. Tom gone, and he survives on 80 points of health. So that is a good, clean frag for Team Tricked. As Pride can't find the entries, they funnel towards the B-bomb site when there are 2 players waiting for them. Some nades do pour through as well. It's exactly when you want to be using your Molotov. They're actually going to push through the molly, taking a lot of damage in return. And that slows them down for the second man to make his way in. Glaze finds another. He is shutting them down right now. These 2 players so low on HP as well. Snekker doesn't want to make his way through and get too aggressive, but Borup's already on the back track. There's a great angle. Just Luz left, 44 HP, and wants a 1 versus 3. He's towards the back of Coffins, and he is just dodging and weaving for these follow-up frags, but Borup is right behind. And that flash is perfect. You want to be forcing these players off the angles. Luz needs to hit some fundamental headshots here. Over towards the back of this bomb site. Bomb ticking down fairly low. They need to get on quite fast. But with the smoke placing, he's making a lot of noise. Oh, straight through the smoke. Luz only finds the one. Oh, it's ticking down. I don't know if they've got enough time. Oh, they don't. They both die to the... Oh, no, they don't. Okay. I didn't have my sound in. I thought that was all gone. It looked like it exploded as well. But 3-7. I'm losing my mind. And wow, that is a close round there from the CT side. You want to be getting onto that bomb site with a lot of time to spare, but they made that one very convincing. I didn't know what happened for a couple of seconds. Snekker taking a aggressive pick towards mid. Molotov down, and he is going to find the opener. That's exactly what they did over on Nuke. Oh, the follow-up. Snekker doing such good work towards the A-bomb site. Shuts down the single prong of that double-pronged attack. And now Pride 4 rounds ahead as that gap might be closing up ever so slightly. Tricked, been very well as of late. 4-7. You can tell that they're doing well as well. They've got 4 AK-47s on the CT side, so a lot of saving has come through. It's very unlikely that Pride are going to force out another eco this half. That's how they took the majority of their rounds early. But this would be somewhat of a pattern for Pride to be so quick on the aggressive, on the T side, and then not manage to have it happen. Tom does find a headshot in the meantime. 4 versus 3. Now 4 versus 2. Yeah, they're getting cut to pieces. Exactly what should happen. Smoke dropped, and Borup should know that he was there. He spotted the bomb, and it's no longer through. So little game shifting here, and Borup is going to win it. Nice headshot. Nice quad kill there. There's a nice frags, puts him right at the top of the scoreboard for the Tricked side. Whereas it's Zorin leading for the Pride Gaming team. Polls 14-7. Snekker up close and personal, takes the initial shot with the AWP. It's accurate. Tom eliminated. And now he is gonna fall back, and that's a clean entry with the AWP once again. We saw it earlier on Nuke. That's exactly what he was doing. Left, right, and center to find those initial shots, and that is just so perfect. Exactly what you need to happen if you're on the CT side. You want 1 frag and then a fallback option. Snekker, that is 2 out of 3 rounds that he's found the double entry on the CT side. So picture perfect stuff as the bomb about to get dropped. There you go, but Borup's right on the assault, right up behind. Snekker taking aggressive shots inwards. There's the headshot. Nice triple kill. And Gab, he's going to be toast here. One of these Molotovs surely are going to land in, but it's towards the back of the bomb site. So 20 HP gets finished off. So 6-7 here. And it's a trail of bad news for Pride. They were so far ahead earlier. I think they were 6-0 up, 7-0 up. And right now, it's Tricked finding every single angle of engagement here. And they're up above $10,000 as well, up around that sort of area. So that means that even if they lose this one, they will have enough to buy just a perfect economy working into the last 3 rounds of this half. And Borup towards Apps, forced away by the Molotov. It's Snegger again, getting aggressive, duck hunting towards mid. Luz is history. Gets plucked right out the sky, right out the air. And he is found 5 versus 4. Just a very slow start as well from Pride this time. They seem a lot less confident than they were earlier. They know that this is already a good half for pretty much both teams. Ball up with the angle. 1, 2. Oh, the Molotov toasts the third. He is doing some serious work on the CT side. Leading by a fair margin, and Snecker's going to finish off the job. Starting and finishing now is Snecker. His AWPing has been just fantastic. 12-8. Borup's up on 15 frags. Averaging over 1 kill per round. Exactly where you want to be. That's kind of what you're aiming for. As a star player, you're aiming for above 1. But as an average player, you're expecting maybe 0.7, 0.6, something in that region is acceptable. Something above 0.9, I'd say, is exceptional. The final round of this half, you've got Borup on mid. The smokes are placed. Something that Tricked have been pretty good at before is saving these nades to the final moments of these rounds. So Pride are having to walk through a Molotov on the B bomb site, a smoke somewhere, and that means that you're obviously going to lose that initial engagement, and you need a fast trade, otherwise it's not going to work out. But Snegger again, no flashes for that angle, and he's of course going to be able to find the shot. There's a retaliation flash. Met by that smoke right at his feet, but he does rotate backwards, and 2 frags already. He's just getting aggressive, so confident, doesn't need to go for the shots. But now has all the info, and he's going to be right up behind them. They don't know that it's coming. There we go. Spots out the second, and almost the half right there, but Tom's going to find it. 30 seconds left. 1 versus 3. He's lost his teammate. He's lost his buddy. Got to feel sorry for him. Can get a couple of R's in the chat. Well, he's surely going to be able to find this angle. It's a headshot. 8-7 at the end of the half. Want to say maybe a quick thanks to our sponsors and friends over at Lioncasts. Got a good giveaway down in the banners. Maybe you should go check it out if you want to win some cool Lioncast peripherals. But of course, 8-7 as Pride Gaming definitely had a good start to that first half, but trailed off after. That's what we've seen that quite a few times. I hate to say it in the last few weeks, but with 1 minute 30 on the board, this is going to be a fast take of the A bomb site for Team Tricked. They make their way through right here, right now. No shots have come through yet. Oh, Lucky and Snegger both find headshots. There we go. Tricked rip open the defense, and now that bomb's going to be able to be planted right in the corner, right into cover. Borup taps the numbers into that bomb, and he is right behind these smokes as the push is going to come through. The angle, the close angle taken here with the USPS. You've got so many angles to try and bait the T's out from. You need a couple of nades for this one, and Snegger hitting headshots isn't doing anybody on the T side any favors. Tom has this angle of the CZ75, and Borup's going to be able to find both. Just catastrophe there on the A bomb site for Pride Gaming, and Tricked, most importantly, are keeping up this momentum that they had salvaged from the previous half. So here we find a CD-sided start. You've got Pride with a Scout, 4 lots of pistols, so as heavy investment as you can get on the second round, having lost. Take comes in towards Apps. Bit of a trade-off. Pride Gaming actually winning that. Most importantly in this 4 versus 3 is Glace is very low. So exposed to the pistols, he could be made mincemeat of. Bomb drop towards the top of mid. Very content to take this one slow. There's no rush right now. You're not absolutely crucial to get the bomb down in the next 10 seconds. It's absolutely not needed. However, they are going to be playing this one in towards the A side of things, seemingly, with the bomb over there. They haven't committed anybody towards A, so now, oh, Splowick does the damage up in Apps there. And he's got the pop flash here for the third and final man. They know that this is coming in. Oh, doesn't land quite far enough. Snekker had the non-exposed angle, and it means that Splowick doesn't find the triple kill here. He does, actually. Doesn't find the triple kill. So Snekker turns around. I'm not sure how the hell Tom missed that shot. That looked like it was gift wrapped, thrown in, Amazon Prime, first class delivery. Just didn't happen. So Snekker with a fast, suspicious headshot. But he is tucked away up in this corner. Bush style. He thinks this is Fortnite, doesn't he? He's sat in that bush, his little head poking out. He's looking with the assault rifle. Waiting for somebody to just build on past him. Not going to happen. Wrong game, buddy. 9-8. Tricked aren't doing anything exceptional at the start of these rounds. Even with pistols, sometimes you'd be expecting a little more risk-taking, but the difficulty about going for fast map control on Inferno is it is the most nade-heavy map in the whole game. You know, Astralis actually average 60 to 70 damage per round on Inferno. It's banana and mid. Good timing is absolutely everything, and just six. I think it was 68 average damage per round with nades against FaZe or something in ESL1 Pro League finals over in Dallas, Texas. And I've never seen nade stats like that. I don't know if that's standard in the new day and age, but in fact, I know it isn't. That's just a crazy amount of nade efficiency. And I would certainly recommend every single team to look into how Astralis uses those nades. But the peak is coming in. There's a dangerous crossfire, and Luz up to find two and backtrack. Finally loses his head. There's a second man behind those barrels, though, and no smoke for CT spawn. Trick's just going to be demolished from behind. And here, another headshot comes through. Glace able to turn it around. You've got the UMP here. Loses a lot of damage in that engagement. From the side, Tom has to be the point man here. Straight up headshot. Final frag comes in. 9-9. No time to plant that bomb. And Tricked. Wow, the scoreline gets leveled up on them. Pride certainly making this one at least close. I know that they haven't been very convincing, but 9-9's the scoreline. MP9 dropped up, and the CZ75 in place. Everybody else with the Glocks on that T side. 9-9, 19th round, MP9. One minute 29. aggressive push from Pride. Obviously feeling it here, but that's exactly what can happen. Get caught from behind, and Glaze is able to find a pair of headshots. And now you've got the pistols wrapping in around. And this Glock, oh, hits the headshot there. Zoran has to be very careful. You've got Glaze from the side as well. And peekaboo from the side angle. Luz able to capitalize. Only Lucky left. So that animal kind of caged. That little eagle up at the top. Both animals here today. You've got the eagle and you've got that bear. What is it? Is it a bear? I think it's a bear. Like a bear or a wolf or a fox? Maybe it's a fox. Nah, it's definitely like a cat-like thing or a dog-like thing. I think it's a fox. But Pride is definitely the eagle. You would think American team maybe would have salvaged the bold eagle, I guess. But no, it's Poland. I guess they've got a lot to thank the US for as well. Nice commemorative eagle there. But a couple of shots coming in. That's my one edgy joke for the day. I get it either way. I get it either way. And I don't need to say anything else bad for the 2 days. So 1 minute 10 on the clock. Banana control taken once again from Tricked. And you can see that Pride aren't really going towards that side of the map. You'd hope that somebody would take control of maybe sandbags over towards Car as well. That stops a nade from coming in and slows the push down. But Tricked going to get fast onto this site here. And these are problems for Pride as they're losing players everywhere. You've got the one player in towards here. That coffin plant is very far inwards. As Luz actually gets away with that wide peek. Glace drops. That was a really horrible engagement from Tricked there to lose out. And Luz turns around. 90-degree shot. And those players just falling like flies. Tricked decimated on that attack. And how did they not hold on to that bomb site? I think that was a 4 versus 2 here on B. 9-11 being the scoreline, and that just completely fell to pieces, getting crumpled there. That is supposed to be one that you hold on 7 days of the week. But we see that scoreline, a scoreline that you couldn't really predict. I'd be thinking that this is going to 10-10 right now with Tricked breaking that economy. But now they have to speed things up. There's the shot. They are a man up. But Gab, he isn't content. He wants to go in and find a shot. And there is a headshot. You've got that smoke there as cover as well. Needs to back off right now. Otherwise, this counter is going to come through. There it is. Does get found. Tricked seem to be a little more alive right now. Seem a little more lifeful. As, you know, Zoran making his way through. Nice angle from Lome. Good amount of damage done. He's pretty much done his job. That should be round 1 right here. You've got Snecker playing this head glitch angle as well. The reason for this is low HP. You don't want to be exposing your body. I'm going to make sure if I'm dead, I would have been dead anyway. You're in a much better position on low HP if you're only exposing a 20th of your body. That being the top most 20th. So Zoran going for the save. They're a million miles away here. Not going to be able to salvage this picked M4A4. So there is at least one rifle to work with. I've got a sneaky feeling that Luz is probably going to buy into this one. There it is. There's a drop up. He buys himself an M4 as well. So this is going to be full investment for Pride. They're going to be scraping together. Just a horrible buy here. They're going to be digging through the wallets. Luz there with the initial shot as well, so Bora checking these angles. Both headshots! Oh my lord! That is apartments control taken care of. And now Tom really needs to make this one work. He's been sandwiched in from behind, and Borup's going to find him as well. Triple kill there, and a great opening. Luz able to pick him from the top of that smoke, but he gets found as well. And it's only Zoran left. 1 versus 2. Has to contend with the AWP, most importantly. But Zoran all going up back. The bomb, he's out of commission for a couple of seconds at least, out of the action. But that bomb is down, Lommy on the site. Smoke dropped. And the Zoran, player 0. Patient 0. Up in apps. And nobody's exposing themselves here, so you might think he's in a good position, but he certainly isn't, and he's going way too slow for this to really work out as well. He's not making a lot of noise. Oh, there's the back angle spotted. Oh, and the AWP as well. He's close to the distance, making his way in. Messi spray down. The knife comes out, and there's the shot. Grabs the AWP. Oh, back with the M4 as well. I think he wanted that AWP there, but obviously no time on that bomb. He's keeled over. A couple of metaphors there, I guess, but the AWP picked up, most importantly, after that exploded bomb, and 11-11 all wrapped up. Aggressive peek from Gab here. I actually like the aggressive play with the CC75 here. It's a shame he didn't hold one of those back angles. I think that a CC75 in this position over engaged in apps could have been very beneficial, but they lose a player elsewhere. Sploix AWP gets found out. There's Gab CZ. He's finally coming alive. So they do rattle in a couple of shots. And there's the AWP on this angle. Zoran has got it. Oh, another headshot. Tricked. Certainly falling apart here, and now he needs this frag. Snekker swings in and finds it. Sploik on this angle does try for the tag. No frag. 11-11, and oh wow, they fall to pieces. An AK. Oh, not going to be picked up. It's going to be the AWP instead. So 12-11. And the double AWP setup for the first time today from Pride Gaming. We haven't seen a double AWPs from either team, in fact. Of course, on Nuke, it's not necessarily beneficial, especially when we're really maining one AWP per team. Pride, one of the teams in the Legend series who can really go for it. I'd say EPG as well. Certainly a team who shouldn't really be scared of double AWPs. Got a lot of players there from their tenure would be wanting to get out the double snipers. Often as well, double AWPs is that high risk, high reward where you're investing, well, $12,000 to $14,000 in AWPs plus utility and all the rest, and it could be all taken care of by one lane shot on the Deagle. There it comes through, doesn't actually manage to hit it, but now the nades, they are pouring onto this B bomb site, and with AWPs over here, you have to hit a couple of shots fast, otherwise those pistols can get precariously close. Stekker's going to be the first man in. Shot down, nice splash there. Luz has to do it all and only finds one more, so 3 versus 3. AWP pickup, most importantly. Stekker's got that towards the back of the B bomb site, playing this skedoodle angle towards the CT spawn. They have to be very careful of this coming through. And I would even say that the T's hold the cards in this situation. They've got the B bomb site on lockdown. Glace in a very precarious angle. Snots out the gun barrel. There's the initial shot. Needs to pour in the flash, but there's going to be the big spray down from Tom to find that second man. M4's picked up. He's got all the bullets in the barrel to go for this one. Information on that second man, but Lomé, Snekker, both find shots. And that is, wow, another round. And that was just pistols for Tricked. That could be one of the nails in the coffin to bring this 2-0 to fruition. It was looking like Pride would take this over the line. Remember, they had a 7-0 start here today. And from then onwards, it has been 12-5. This has fallen to pieces. It's been a horrible second half for Pride. Hasn't been brilliant for Tricks, but they've been putting more rounds on the board, which is what counts right now. The CZs and up close personal with the AWP, using it as a cattle prod. And Tom, he is the only man to survive this so far. He has got the AK in hand. Big spray through the smoke. Not going to connect, so the bomb will go down on the B bomb site. You've got Lucky very close with the UMP. He needs to be playing an advanced angle with this weapon as well. They're just using these two weapons to lock him into T-spawn, sorry. Not going too aggressive either. They don't want to get caught off guard. You know that this has been a very back and forth second half with both teams taking rounds left, right and centre. 13-12 being now the scoreline. Tricked. Wow, haven't they just capitalised on this situation? They were in a pretty shoddy place just a couple of moments ago. And now locked into the corner with the AK-47. Tom is going to survive with this one if he doesn't get too overzealous. So 13-12. Pride Gaming, it's worse than that. They haven't got the money to be able to go for a full buy in this round. So instead, it's the full save. Quite the contrary. This is very likely going to be the 14-12 unless they can put Tom into a prime position to get a couple of frags here. That needs to be what happens. Where is he going? He is playing aggressively towards mid. Tricked taking this push very slow. Molotov's dropped. They want to just bait out these angles, and it's not going to happen. In a round that's all about Tom, Tricked going to the other bomb site, the one that he's not occupying, is absolutely perfect. You don't want to be pushing into the single AK-47. He could ROPS you. See, Rob's got crazy this day, and Borup is going to find out a single AK-47. So Luz, last player alive, CC75 in hand, 1 versus 5. And there is a drive-by shot to pick up the AK-47. And he is just looking to backtrack. Tricked obviously not wanting him to stay alive with his AK. I'd really be prioritizing saving at this point. Luz is going to have a buy anyway into this follow-up round. You don't want to be going for too much commitment in this position. You don't know exactly where he is. He's been off the radar for 10-15 seconds now. That pretty much means it could be anywhere in this lower half of the map. He is towards T-Apps over in Kitchen. And yeah, he does land a headshot as well, so not much more investment wanting to be lost from Tricked there. I like that they don't go for the engagement with the other 3 players. Just throwing 1 player at him is fine as you're putting your ticket in the hat and getting it working. And of course, Tricked sitting on a nice almost $5,000 per player buffer here as we approach the business end of this second half. That shot didn't come through. Snedker looked like a hit, but obviously between the armpit there and not going to land. Now the peak comes through Banana. Place. Nice flash there. Great teamwork. Only 1 kill merited. Zoran seemed to know it was coming. He turned around just in the meantime. And now Tricked. They have got slight advantage in this one. When you're trading evenly, that is going to thin out the defense on the CT side. Not a massive advantage. But it's the T's job to trade And that could definitely happen here. Especially as Pride have 2 players towards the B bomb site, and that doesn't look like the angle of approach. You'd often be stacking towards A in this situation, going for the 3-1 setup. But maybe Trick smell a rat? I'm not sure. Right, of course, being this defense, you have no idea where it's scurrying. And they're actually playing 2 towards pit here, so going for the peek down, that AWP miss is absolutely crucial because it gives Pride the information that they need, that this is not going to be a guaranteed A take. Borup is actually right behind them though, so there's the headshot. Zoran's AWP gone, and now how does Pride let that happen? That's what happens when you don't have good map control. You've got the 2 players towards pit, nobody towards the other side of the map, and now the push is coming through. You've got Borup right here, and another headshot for him. That's back-to-back entries for Borup. There's Gab and Tom just go for the trades through this smoke, not going to land. And they have to back up. 15-12 might be repeating history for the Danes. Wow. Yeah, Gab, nice side angle. Picked up AK. Every little helps in this final string of rounds here for Pride. They've got to take 3 out of 3 if they want to force the overtime. Very similar situation to Nuke. Gap a little bit smaller. Tricks obviously had a little bit of trouble closing things out earlier on today over on Nuke, but for a 2-0, they're going to have to take just 1 out of 3 rounds. This would be the easiest of the 3, as Pride running a little bit low on the utility. Obviously, it could be a little bit easier if Tricked can find a convincing round, lose it. Obviously, 5 players alive, or 5 players dropping from Pride would mean not a full buy in the 29th or 30th rounds, respectively, as they are very low on HP. It's Lome finding that initial shot. There's the first man gone. Gab eliminated. Now Pride just 4 deaths away from the 0-2 here at Legend Series. That's where you're losing the maximum amount of points. When you're not taking a single map and you're not taking your own map. More importantly, Glace does get a lot of damage onto Luz there. He's down to 1.5 HP. So Lome's low health isn't looking so precarious now, as you've got players being whittled down on the Pride side. Borup's AK making his way in. Sploak, nice angle, does change it up here. Tom gonna have to follow up, and there is the first shot. Tom, he's doing the damage over towards Pit. Follow-up headshot. Not get forced out by that Molotov either. So Sploak with a side angle. Tricked falling to pieces. Got that player behind. Zoran cleans up. Dustpan and brush. Swept into the corner. 15-13. And now Tricked. It's a bit of a dilemma, I guess, whether you want to be going for the buy-up. They certainly should. You've got enough money to buy into both of these rounds. This next would be a dangerous situation here, but going down through to Banana. And no map control taken again from Pride. So if Tricked can take the way up to Sandbags, here they're going to have a solid execute with slow rotates from Pride. The Proles have 2 players on this B site again. They like to play a very B-heavy orientated approach. But if they can find the openings on the A site, that could be all she wrote. We could be going to extra rounds here on the second map of the day. The second out of 4. Remember, we've got another series coming up next, so stay tuned for that one. It's Kopzaka versus Namasie here live from Hamburg on ELC Gaming TV. Sneckers caught off guard by that smoke, but he's peeking and peering right over it. I don't know if any thank yous were heard, but Snecker certainly finds one. There's Luz gone, and nobody has any advanced angles. So as the rotate comes through, it's a soft rotate over towards CT spawn. Gab going for it. And now Tricked a man up, and they hear this second man straight through this smoke. It's Tom giving away his position. They don't know if he's playing up in an advanced angle, but with 2 players over on B, if they can find both these shots, it's very certainly going to be game over. No flower pot boost either. Gabzor caught all out in the action. How's he going to get back onto this bomb site with the AWP as well? Borat finding a shot. 2 versus 5. Maybe history repeating itself. Snedka finds him as well. So 1 versus 5. This map is over. Looks like a 2-0 for Team Tricked here today in the Legend Series. They're even mercilessly hunting for this frag. Sploic going to be finished off. Shot in the back of the head like a dog. Where is it? Coming through. He's in CT Sport. No chance in the world. 16-13, of course. And this is going to be the final frag coming in for Team Tricked. So a 2-0 scoreline, and that is exactly where you want to be. 2 zeros mean that you can make your way to that top 4. You're going to be maximizing your reload gain, and maybe if a couple of those scorelines have been a little more convincing. That nuke started off 13-2. They should have closed it off right there and then, but unable to do so. They make it through 2-0, clean sweep for the day, but our day here from Hamburg is not quite over. Join us here in our beautiful studio in just a couple of moments, where we're going to be bringing you the final map of tonight, or match of tonight. It's going to be the best of 2 versus Namasie versus Team Kopsaka. See you in a couple of moments.
I mean, we were just sitting back, you know, chopping it up, reminiscing about the good old days and all that. You know, tracking my roots, where I came from and where I'm going. But like I say, man, always said it. It's not about the destination. It's all about the journey. Ain't nothing changed but the weather. The dangling carrot that hang from the rear view. Your dreams in the past ain't nowhere near you. Backseat drivers got nothing but 2 cents. Shotgun riders too biased, they all liars. I should get an A for effort, I'm too tired. But I'm never giving up, that's why I'm kinda admired. Role model, like it or not, I gotta play it. Sugarcoat the rhyme sometimes, but still say it. Said I was quitting at 40 is just a fib. I'm still a kid that's wiping the food off of my bib. You ever wanted something so bad that you could taste it? Cried over every opportunity wasted. Good and bad news, which one you want first? Either way you pick, the bad still gon' hurt you the worst. I never got to bask in the fruits of the labor, and I never got the cash from that dude from the label. I'm just thinking back. Can we go way back, way back, way back? Can we go way back, way back, way back? It's time to go way back, way back, way back, way back. You see, in retrospect, I would've did it the same. In hindsight, I'm the only one to blame. I ain't picky, I'm just real specific. I want nothing less than terrific. I know y'all get it. I'm aggressive, so our style is clashing. Killer instinct, and I play with passion. I'd rather be hated for being one of the realest than get a lot of love for these overrated appearances. I can stand on skill alone, but I'm a package deal. I can write the whole song and rap for real. I got my head in the cloud with a pun intended. I don't need to see nobody, I don't want no visits. Introverted, I just flirt with the music. Small circles, how I choose it. Stay away from squares, they the one that look like a L7. I've been doing this since I was 11, and the shit gets real. Can we go way back, way back, way back? Can we go way back, way back, way back? It's time to go way back, way back, way back, way back. Pure pandemonium when I'm in the building. Grown man flow, I ain't got time for the children. Now you can boo me, jump off, I'm winning. I still love you though, shout out to the women. Wash, you was cool, they was acting wild. Walk in, leave drunk, it was packed for aisle. Belligerent students, man, the shit got messy. Remind me of my first show I did at the Red Sea. I ain't had no DJ, just the tape deck. Opened up for Son of Star Child, I love that. Met this cat named Larry, he was with the Avengers. Showed me how to make moves and walk with the winners. Soon went to the pen, I never seen him again. But I did a couple shows with his friends. Lumberjack, brown clown, so-and-so, and do with the orange pants. 10 years later, now I'm rocking the orange pants. But they jabos though, you know, fresh to death, always and forever. Don't get it twisted, #1 listed, Nitro, with the nice flow, you know, it is. Take a picture, baby, it'll last longer. All in your mouth, yeah. In retrospect, I'm just thinking back to the time when it was all good, the golden era.
I've been drinking or driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. You hold my phone and won't leave me alone. I'm blink Sivo, blink Coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul. No eyes on my skull. I'm high as your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hope to control all this Coke and Patron. I'm on Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been drinking on driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone and won't leave me alone. I'm like Sivo, blink Coke and Patron. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been drinking on driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone and won't leave me alone. I'm like Sivo, blink Coke and Patron. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm high as your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this gold in my drone, I'm hiding my soul. So, no eyes on my skull. I'm high as your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this gold in my drone, feel like I go boom. Curse my cologne. I just opened the zone, smoking the low. So till it's gone. Oh, girl on my phone won't leave me alone. She say I treated her wrong. See, I don't believe it at all. I don't trust her so outside of my own. I'm out of control. Ain't bad all these loans. Time to get back on the road. See, this success getting sold. I'm scratching them off, just like the jackpot I'm on. Y'all touch your back on the wall. I made a bet with the Lord. Wouldn't trade no racks on my soul. I can't move backwards for y'all. Ruger on me for the niggas who after the boys shit finna come blast me or no. My niggas asking for war. What kind of action you on? When my killers at your front door. What are you actually on? When we come with stress of our swords. Reminiscing playing basketball at the course for the gas. Now we trap horse board. Dicky Jabos in the jersey with forces of Jordans was actually on. Nike and Reebok the classes was on. Now Gucci and Louis be on. Polo and Troy be on. I'm on in the jewelry be on. I like a movie be on. I'm on that coke in my trunk. 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 I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you open my phone, they won't leave me alone. I'm like, see my blink, coke in my trunk. I'm on that coke in my trunk. 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 I've been hiding my soul. So no eyes on my scope. So I'm high as your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this coke in my trunk. I'm on coca patron. Only 10 in the morning. I might fuck around and drink all of this shit. Smoking ozone with codeine inside of my swisher to compliment all of my hits. EBG waking up early in the morning. I pushed off the whip and get on with this shit. Shit that I wake got that bitches upset and I swear we gon' fuck out of all of my hits. Bought with the wall off the walls till I fall off $1 million, 1 million. We all getting rich. I'm on so much of this coke and Patron. My blood alcohol comes and give all the suspense. Possibly leaning on promethazine in the moment while smoking the black in this bitch. Roll up the rest of the nuggets so blind that I just got a baggage, no bag in this shit. Just up the plus like a whole bunch of cars on the road. What that mean? I was traffic and shit. Next year I'm moving my talents to Cali. I swear that I ain't looking back at this shit. I need to focus on forward. God trying to open the door. My life was bogus before. Ain't no one trying to support. Promising fuck them before. So I keep a pistol inside of my pocket. I pop it, you drop it. I promise I'll open your pores. I'm in your neighborhood service and nerve all 24 hours, no grocery boy. Black about mixed with the cushion and see with the rebels. Tonight I'm a coca patron. Your home, my phone, and one easy, but on the blame me, blending coke and patron. I'm on that coke and patron. 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 I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone, it won't leave me alone. I'm a zebra, blame coke and patron. I'm on that coke and patron. 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 I've been hiding my soul. No eyes in my skull. I'm high as your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All the gold in my drone. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I've been hiding my soul. No eyes in my skull. I hide your hoes. Hold my phone and one lazy but alone. I'm like me blending coke in my drone. Coke in my drone. I've been inviting your hoes. I hold the control. There's coke in my drone. Coke in my drone. Coke in my drone. There's coke in my drone. Coke in my drone. Coke in my drone. Coke in my drone. I need to focus on more. God trying to open the door. My life was bogus before. I'm on that gold in my trunk. I'm on that gold in my trunk. I'm drinking, I'm driving, I'm testing, I'm meeting, I'm sweating, I ain't going on. Gold in my trunk. Gold in my trunk. Gold in my trunk. Give it up. Give it up.
Wake me up at 5 a.m. Ask me how I feel through the night and during day. My answer will be the same. You're going down, I'm going with you, but I still feel like I'm doing alright. You're rising up, I'll be with you, 'cause in the end I just feel for two, 'cause it's been raining all day. I stopped home all alone, sitting in my room watching
Hello and welcome everybody back to Legend Series. I'm Squid CS and you're joining me on this beautiful Tuesday evening for some CS Go. Thank you very much for joining us live from Hamburg for the second match of tonight between Kopsaka and the Massier. It's going to be a good one, and I think that this one could be a close one. We have had turbulence in both rosters, the Massier and Kopsaka actually both not being their original lineup from the start of Legends Series, especially Kopsaka. They've had a lot of roster moves over the last couple of weeks. The Massier really have just been as bad. They've been changing it up, switching it up. That is one of the benefits of Legends Series, though, in my opinion, is you've got this long season and the ability to change it up, to have a bit of a more dynamic roster, and you can start the Legend Series as one team, and it gives teams the opportunity to grow and thrive and every week play and discuss and discover exactly what they need to make this a successful run. You've got a lot of time to do it. As you can see up the top, sometime I think it's up there. We're on day 25 right now, and that's broadcast days. That's not like 20. We started 25 days ago. That's 25 days of games, which is just a phenomenal amount. I really can't believe it, but it shows how much time different teams have to really adapt and change and do it all. I'm Squid. Thanks very much for joining us. I've been reading the chat throughout tonight as well, so if you want to get down in the Twitch chat, you can get asking some questions, do whatever you want. And we're going to be getting down and dirty with some Counter-Strike over the next couple of moments. I think we've got Train and Cash being the two games played today. Namassier maybe trying to turn Train into one of the staples of their map pool. Kopsaka, I think, probably have the weakest map pool of any Legend Series team, having, I think they've only played 3 or 4 maps throughout the whole of the Legend Series, which is exceptionally low, especially considering that if you play a wider variety of maps, you get more legend points, and that's just the way it works. But I'm a little concerned for that fact that they didn't expand into different maps when Mirage and Cash weren't working as much, but nevertheless they're going to be playing Train today. It wasn't one of the maps that they banned out. It's not at the bottom of their map pool, and that's what we've seen for Kopsaka, is they're not doing counter picks. They're really just banning their own weaknesses. Hey, we don't play this map, we don't play this map, and it gets shoved off the table. And that's exactly what's happened over the last couple of weeks. By the way, they are just getting into the server now, so thanks very much for joining us. We're going to have a very short delay, and then we'll be getting back into the action very shortly. What do I think for predictions for this game? I think that this is actually one of the hardest series to predict. Just because both of these teams are fairly inconsistent. I would say Namassier are more inconsistent. They've got a higher ceiling, but their floor is just nothing. When Namassier don't show up, they don't show up whatsoever. They completely fall apart, and they really find it hard to make shots. Kopsaka usually come into a game, especially a game of Cash, with a game plan. They've got a couple of tactics that they like throwing into fruition. Most predominantly that A site execute. They're great with the smokes. They know them all. They've got a nice A fake, and they've got a nice A take, and that's two of the main strats that you really want. But after some roster moves, we kind of saw that stratty outer counter strikey style of play really go down the toilet, out the window. And instead, we've seen them go for much more scrimmy plays, much more running gun style. And that's really just how Kopsaka have been playing over the last couple of weeks. It hasn't been more or less successful, but I definitely want to see them go for a slightly heavier strat approach. I want to see them having a couple of tricks up their sleeve, pull it out, maybe a couple of flashbangs, especially going on to Train. I think that they're going to be more prepared on Cash, less prepared on Train, just because they've played more Cash, and they've played against Pride. They've played against some of the heavy hitters here at the Legend Series, but we should be getting into this one quite shortly. They're going for a quick server restart over the next next couple of moments. But I did say I'd give predictions, and I kind of chickened out on that one, didn't I? I would say and I know we're in Germany and everything, I would probably say 2-0 for Namasie here today. Both of these teams are semi-professional teams, amateur, semi-professional, more or less. Neither of these teams are making the 5-figure salaries, are they? But Namasie have had a little more experience. They've been to every single Legend Series to date, and they're obviously not going to want to slow down anytime soon. And Namasie have always been this team who have been one step away from the offline finals. So last time they were fifth, and I think the final four came over, and they were actually third with our path to Santa Ana, and the top two flew over to Santa Ana. So they've always been slightly unlucky with these approaches, unlucky making the playoffs, making the next stage, and maybe that's a telltale sign that pressure sometimes gets to them, which sometimes you see that from teams who almost get there but not quite, like that whole Astralis style of play, I hate to say choking. I don't want to say it, but sometimes it is slightly choking. But here in the Legends Series, you've got a much longer league. That kind of takes the pressure off each individual match and means that you have to pile up more and more results in a row, which makes it very impressive when it actually happens. When you look at a team like, well, QB Fire, obviously at the top of the pack, that you're expecting them to just run away with it. But then when we're talking about a team like Pompa, maybe you weren't expecting them to be up in second place. They are very, very just convincing in a lot of their wins as well, putting a lot of 2-0s on the board. And over in Legend Series, if you're putting consistent 2-0s up and getting that win streak bonus as well, that's when you're going to be gaining all the elo, and that's what we saw from QB Fire. The first team, by the way, to get over 1,600 Legend points, which is a nice, convincing, fun stuff. Right, we're going to go to a very short break. We have got the teams just piling into the servers now. We'll keep you updated, but we'll be back in just a few moments for the second match of the day, the first map of this series. Oh, maybe not. Maybe. Maybe not. I think I caught my producer off guard. I think I caught him off guard. I think he was somewhere else. Either way, I think this game should be starting in the next couple of moments. I think we're ready to go to a quick break. I think we are. So, second time lucky. Second time's a charm. We'll see you in a moment. After. You're joining us live for the second matchup of the day. This is the interesting one, Kopzaka versus Namasie. Let's hope for a close contest here. Obviously, the knife round just happened, and there's Kopzaka actually repping those new logos. There were rumors that they were going to be joining Fragline, but obviously, well, I'm pretty sure that that's confirmed here, just due to those logo changes. The deal's been signed, the paperwork's been tipped away. And looks like we should be getting into this first map of the second series of the day. Namasie versus Kopzaka. Of course, a matchup. We only see teams play each other one time in best of twos. So 2 times, maybe double headers, but it is a best of 2. A lot of tournaments do the double best of 1. Now we do the straight up best of 2. So Fiend is going to be knocking off heads early on. There's a pair of headshots there over on the A bomb site, and lining up the third as well. Kevin gets absolutely clattered by that USPS, and now it's just Moors at the back of this side trying to rattle them away, but Q-Rush finishes off the job. So a good start, a nice pistol round for Q-Rush's side, Namasie, and they are going to start off with a round on the board. Namasie, I think, are probably a team close to all of our hearts. They've been in every single Legend series so far here at ELC Gaming, so you kind of be expecting them to know the format by now, know the drill, and be making this work. Looks like this is going to be a good start. I would say that Kopzaka are probably better on their T side. They've had these change-ups. They ate those nades right there. Down under half HP, and Bennett's making a lot of noise as well. I don't know what he's trying to get out of this, but the risk reward just isn't there by going for those jumps. You're very likely going to get shot out of the air by a more experienced player, and you're not going to get a lot of information for it. So as Fiend finds that first headshot, they're going straight through to the A-bomb site, and nothing merited for Kopzaka there. 0 frags, practically no damage. They didn't even really bait out the heavy utility there. So it's going to be minimal investment for the Russians coming into this third round. And, wow, just a Glocks for Kopzaka. What's that, $0 investment? Nil point. 0. Nothing. Making their way through toilets here. Of course, you're thinking about a Kopzaka victory from the German side here, but the MP9 rattles a couple away. Very hard to control that spray, of course, And these pistols actually doing a decent amount of damage. So 2 frags found. That's 2 weapons that they have to reinvest into. It's going to be 2 of the SMGs that they can just straight up upgrade. So Namasie aren't going to be sweating too much. Not going to be sweating as much as I am right now in this hot studio. But 3-0 on the board, and Kopzaka finally with guns in their hands. Finally with primary rifles. Heats with that infamous AWP. And he is taking it towards the A bomb site. A fast take again, but the counter flashes, they're perfect. Kevin's only going to find the single shot. Heats can't find an angle out of main, and oh, he's going to be greeted by that nade. Oh, so close. Doesn't actually do a single point of damage. Morris does find a shot there. Spotted on the cross. Agoric wants to just find him. Now it's Heats 1 versus 2. Can't do anything. So a fast, successful start for the Russians. Nice start from Massier. I like what I'm seeing from them as well. They're not playing too aggressive. They're not doing anything too antsy. We're seeing a very reserved, regimented style of play, with the passive play on the A site being how they're meriting a lot of these frags. Of course, we saw a little bit of aggression onto the B bomb site in that 3rd round when you know that it's going to be minimal investment. That's because you're wanting more kills with the MP9, the SMG, the extra cash. You can kind of understand that. With the M4s in rounds like this, you don't need to be getting exceptionally aggressive. You've got one player rotating in and around, and here comes the push. Lots of time there to find some frags, but like very discoordinated push from Namasie. Edra didn't seem to get the information that he was playing towards Popdog. Wanted to take up the straight-up firefight. A lot of time in that engagement through Popdog as well, so maybe Namasie haven't quite warmed up just yet. We sometimes see them get off to slow starts and then throw a couple of strats into fruition in their 2nd or 3rd gun round. But we're approaching that side of the game now, so if Kopzaka need to be getting into this game, we should be seeing it soon. Maybe I should call them frag line. Oh, I'm not too sure about that one. Oh no, I didn't see a contract. Quick A take again. What Kopzaka have done in every single engagement here. Over on the A site, of course, we've got the jumps coming through. Goric there, taking the initial shot. And, wow, there's the return, the trade. Kevin making it happen. But Namasie just right there. It seems like they're ahead of all of these situations. Next man spotted out, and it's only Kevin left who needs an ace. Absolutely not, say the Russians. 6-0. I built this as maybe a closer match. I thought that maybe we could see something a little bit closer. But man, the 99 damage forums are gonna love this one, aren't they? they're gonna have a field day. They're gonna be so angry if Namasie like 16-1 them or something. I bet we've got at least 20 of the 99 damage guys here, or the foreign guys, the German guys. I love it. I love it. I love being a little troll. But yeah, they are falling apart here. Let's see what can happen when Heat starts to warm up. I want to see his AWP come to fruition. He was very heavy-handed in the first couple of weeks. Really made it work in the first couple of weeks. But here, oh, and Thorpe both finding shots. And this was just pistols, so Namasie are going to shut them down once again. And that was a clean round for the Russians. You can see they're up above $10,000. And this is what makes the T side of Train, so difficult, is the ability for your CT counterparts to gain so much cash from a lot of these engagements. It's so difficult and fundamentally hard to get lots of kills, especially in the eco rounds where you've only got short-range weapons like the pistols. But now there's nothing short-range about this one. It's the AWP on Heat. He's got a smoke as well. A little low on the utility, I find. I would maybe like to see him invest a little bit more and buy up a little bit less, but there's the opener shot. Thorpe just gifting that one away. A very advanced engaged peak, and that is going to be punished. And you see Namasie really scramble around this. Oh wow, Heat's actually found that shot on Q-Rush down through the vents with the AWP. So that's 31 damage. And that's going to throw a little bit of fear into your heart if you're getting shot through vents, shot through walls, shot through anything. You want to be terrified. And we've seen Heat as a very fiery player over the last couple of months here in the Legends series. That's a nice angle. Adra has been caught off guard by that one a couple of times now. I'd be maybe working that into my play. I'd be probably throwing a counter flash towards the back of the green train, but here comes the spray down. Fiend, AK-47 in hand. Heat misses that shot, and Fiend is still running like a fiend on the A-bomb site. Heat does it fast flick. You've got Q-Rush from behind, and the AWP shot misses. The Molotov doesn't stretch far enough. Now Moores on 15 points of health has to make it work. Q-Rush walks into it, loses his face, and Bloody Wolf is able to trade it out. So a lot closer, but Namasie still taking it. And 8-0, a flawless start so far. At least Kobzaka doing some decent damage. They need to get the buy-in now and apply some serious pressure. They need this one to not fall apart from them. Moores, what's he got? He's got an AK as well, so a full buy for the Germans. Up on ladder. You've got Kobzaka taking good map control here. This is the first time that they've really played or made a play towards Ivy. And Heat is probably going to be a lot stronger towards this side of the map where you've got mid to long range engagements, no short range engagements, most importantly. Over towards main, over towards Ivy. And just as I say that, he does back off. That's funny enough, but Bennett is going to find at least one shot. Yeah, and here we go. The openings from Kobzaka working out here. And that B site's very exposed. You've got Bloody Wolf rotating it back. The two players over on A site still. This could still just shut down off the back of the M4 in AWP. Heat's just holding this angle as well. Needs to hit this shot, and he does. Absolutely crucial there from Heat. Now they only have to be worried about this single AWP threat. And you've got Igoric. Oh, he's got the flank to worry about as well. Kevin has all the angles on lockdown. Igoric and Bloody Wolf both finding shots. This is falling apart. The bomb is down, and Heat has to do big work here. You've got Moores up behind as well. They need to put a round on the board, and Bloody Wolf is reading this flank like a book, like an encyclopedia right now. Pops his head open, splatters him all over the ground, and Agoric. Oh, is this going to be the 2 versus 5? I think so. Heat's gone, and that's 9-0. Namasie, that's the first time we've really seen that firepower come to life, especially on the A-bomb site. A 2 versus 5 there, and yeah, praise Russia. I agree. That's what we say. That's what we say, a big hammer and sickle from the German Empire. We love it. Love a cheeky bit of communism in the morning. Kobzaka over towards the B-bomb site. A lot faster this time. I like this. Both shots come in, and that's an AWP pickup. Heat's down, so he's not going to be using it, but another shot comes in. Adura is actually just running rampage over on the B-bomb site. 1 versus 4. How did this happen? Kobzaka just sick of a lot of this BS right now. Namasie, they just hit a 2 versus 5, but a 1 versus 4 is maybe an even more daunting task. Bennett just losing that engagement there, losing that angle. Fiend wanting a different approach. But 10 rounds in, it looks like Kobzaka are going to find their first successful round. It's Kevin's up to seal it. 1-9. This is where Kobzaka can't really lose their footing. The good thing is, that was an eco round, so if they get reset on this one, it won't be the absolute full reset. They did have to invest into a couple of these AKs, but it's not it's not the worst approach that you would usually get. Winning an eco round convincingly gives just spades upon spades of benefits. one of which being an eco isn't needed. Wow, look at that camera angle. That was, like, how do you do that? I'm gonna have to take tips from our producers after this. The angle found, and Bloody Wolf is going to find another one. Nice hold down as Fiend just wrapping up headshots. He's playing this very passive style with the AWP, and it hasn't worked out so far. I want to see Heat get aggressive and actually take the fight to the Russians. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to happen as much. I want Heat to have the balls to go for something aggressive and risky. I don't think it's as much of a risk when you're losing a lot of these situations. And Thorpe's going to shoot him right between the eyes to put a 10th on the board. And the reset will come through next round instead of this round, as the eco win did come through. Nice shades, I like that. The Hugo boss. Let's see. Oh yeah, turn towards us. There we go. 10-1. And Kovzaka not going to go for the... Okay, they're not going for a buy. By the way, they can afford a buy. They'll be able to afford to buy next round as well. They'll have practically the same money, actually, round to round, because I've gained 1,900 to 2,000 a player, and that's what they're spending this time. So I don't understand this from an economical point of view. Maybe the only round they won so far were with the pistols. I like that Lemmy, and apparently it is going to work. So Gorik misses a shot as well. Now he's in a very exposed position. More shots missed. And he needs to hit one sometime soon. Kevin's going to come close and personal, and there's another spray down. Kevin doing all the work, and he needs 2 more to put a second round on the board. How fitting. The ace. Fiend just dodging and weaving behind Green Train. Thorpe going for the wraparound, and he's got, oh, just such a perfect angle with the AWP. This is such a good initiative, and Thorpe just plucks him out the sky. Gorgeous shot. And the Massier just keep their foot on the acceleration pedal. And this is where the buy-up comes in. So we'll see if Kovzaka have something in store. This feels like a call from an in-game leader who has a tactic in mind. And if I was Namassier, that's what I'd be thinking right now, that this is probably going to be more of an executional style. And looks like maybe it's going to be an ace split. Heat's watching for the rotate here, watching for somebody going from A main towards Ivy, and oh, there's the shot. Fiend walking into that AWP 2 times now. It's 2 times out of 13, not 2 times out of 3, which is maybe more of a style that you'd want to see. Kovzaka going for this drop away again, and that's worked wonders for them. They've got a couple of little strats up their sleeve that aren't working out, and this time they've taken the whole A bomb site. Another 2 versus 4. Bloody Wolf caught back here. Nice 180-degree spray down. Mills is eliminated, and now 3 versus 2. Oh, gets just shot through that box. Not going to happen. 4. 1 on the trio. What can you do, my bud? He's at this site, and Bennett's going to finish him off before he can even rattle off a single 2 caliber. So it's 2-11. And Heats needs to be dropped off a rifle here. Probably the sniper rifle. There it is. He's on 4 frags. Right at the bottom of the scoreboard there. It's not where you want to be seeing your star player, your touted player. I really hope that he warms up towards the second half. I really do fancy his teal pin as well. And that's exactly why. Thorpe didn't really expose too much. But Heats doesn't always need you to show him your whole body to be able to shoot a big fat hole through you. He only needs a shoulder or a finger. That's exactly what Fiend gave him. So 11-2. And coming towards the end of this half, Kovzaka, the only real standout would be an 11-4 performance, which certainly could happen. Bird's eye view on the A bomb site. You can see the site being taken behind those smokes. Bennett going to hit a follow-up headshot as well, as this bomb does drop down. And Gorik dropping as well, and yeah, that's the round. So 11-3. Kovzaka, a 4th round is crucial here. You're looking for another one. And the double up setup might be a good way to do it. I want to see Kopzaka play a little bit slower this time. You're against CZ75, so you don't need to be too antsy. 11-4 on the T-sided train is certainly salvageable. Demacia playing very confidently right now. A very advanced setup on the A bomb site. You want to be going for an advanced setup when you're playing with CZ75s. Heat doesn't know that it's coming as well, and he's been spotted out, so Agora right up above, and yeah, Heat gets shot right in the back of the dome there. Nice trade out by Adera, but he gets forced and funneled back. CT's job to really grab one or two of those rifles and then use them in the potential B site retake, which should certainly come through very soon. Here comes this push in. Rush, waiting for this angle. Or in this position is so crucial, but he gets caught off guard. Now caught up close and personal, gets the AK-47 in hand. Now Kopzaka have to be wary of behind him. Morse knows he is going to find him. There is the heads is exposed right now. If he jumps up onto barrels, he could find this follow-up frag. There's Fiend finding another one. Kopzaka losing players thick and fast. And more Bloody Wolf from the sideline. Just Moore's left. Exactly where he is. Sprayed down by Bloody Wolf. He's had a perfect half. And the Massier are going to find 12. Bomb defused. And that is a 12-3 half. A must-win pistol for Kopzaka here. Otherwise, it might be nighty-night and through to cash, which, all things considered, is a map that they're better on. But the Russian fans are going absolutely mad in the chat. As per usual, win or loss, they are always here to support their fellow Russians. A nice patriotic country there, especially for Q Rush, who's one of the premier streamers over in the red state. You've got a 13-3 scoreline. Nice convincing pistol round. And wow, 13-3. Kopzaka going to be going right up against the ropes here. They need, man, quite a lot right now. Kevin goes for the investment as 1, 2, 3 sets of Kevlar on Kopzaka. There's a fourth as well. More investing late. Heat's going to USPS. No Kevlar. Of course, wanting Orcs. Kevin's deal does rain through, and Aimor's up close and personal. Has to do it all. The first and the bomb drop there, as he is running rampage on the B bomb site, but he exposes himself, and Fiend's able to find that. Nice. Oh, Nate does actually pop the barrel and doesn't manage to connect, but the UMP certainly does. Running out of ammo, he is going to fall back, and it's only Heats left. Remember, he's barely got anything. He was one of the players who did not invest in this first eco round of the second half. And that Deagle pickup is certainly what he started with, but he gets spotted out. No element of surprise. Instead, just bullets raining in towards you. And it's a headshot, overkill to finish him off. 14-3 here today. I was not expecting this to be so one-sided in the first map. I think that Cash could be a much better affair, but this is what I mean by Nemacia are very hit and miss against some teams, and not even necessarily the really good teams, the world beaters, the major quarterfinalists or anything like that, but against anybody, sometimes they fall really flat. Today they've been firing on all cylinders. and you just see they are hitting a lot of their shots. Kopsaka making it work with the pistols on the B-bomb site, but Bloody Wolf, what a combination there, and almost the ace. Heats doesn't manage to put the triple there, but what a combo from Bloody Wolf. 20 frags on the board, 15-3, and Namasie about to just tuck the Germans into bed. We're getting late here as well, so the 1-0 coming very early. This is maybe one of the quickest maps I can even remember. Kopsaka went very fast on their T side and got through those 15 rounds pretty damn quick. So now with the B take once again, Namasie just need the one more. Moors is going to wrap up the initial headshot. Smoke's placed up towards the B site as well, so I'm not really sure what Namasie were looking for there, but Bennett is going to wrap it up once again. So another man getting shut down. The double nades, only one connecting. You see, that's how inconsistent the nades are in CS. Both land in the same place in different times, and only one did damage. That's just so insane to see it like that. Nades that explode at different times and only one deals damage. So crazy. So 1 round away. 1 out of 12 is needed. We've seen some very close Counter-Strike tonight, but the proclaimed closer match ending up in maybe a devastating fashion. Of course, in Legend Series, it's all about how many rounds you can put on the board as a loser as well. That determines how much elo you lose and how much elo your opponent gains. So Namasie, of course, you're wanting to close it off as fast as possible, but not allowed to thus far unless Q Rush can do something absolutely monstrous. But no, he gets just shut down here. There's the final frag. So 15-4, and Namasie one more chance to shut this down with a ultra convincing scoreline. I usually say that 15-5 is everything greater than 15-5 is when you see the most elo really won, and then anything less than that, it's very similar. But that's normally the breaking point in our elo system. You want to be defeating the team 16-4 or better if you want a convincing amount of legend points for a win. Like a very heavy amount. And that might be happening right now. Nice double entry from Thorpe. Nice trade there. Kevin very fast on the response. Peeks out for another one. Bloody Wolf gone. 3 versus 3. And Igoric needs to salvage one of these rifles. He is over no man's land. Nobody anywhere near, trying to wrap in this bomb towards the B bomb site, which Fiend is holding down single-handedly. Kevin, what the hell was that? Triple kill. Heat's chipping in as well. And Agoric, with no rifle in hand, needs to make it work. Finally picks up an AK-47, and there's at least one on the board. Needs to be wary of Heats. The star player hasn't been as fiery so far today. But Agoric on this site, and Heat's watching out for it, and just unscopes with his AWP at the wrong time. And Agoric is going to spot him. You've got Kevin from behind as well, so this B rotation might be perfectly timed. It's actually working out for him. And he knows it. Kevin now needs to go for the re-rotation. He's still got quite a good angle, but oh no, Agoric's actually planting outside of the B bomb site, which means that Kevin has not got as good a position as we once expected. So he is back here. It really depends whether Kevin can find a good timing here, but the flank coming through on Heats as he's gonna find this here. Heat's just spotted out, and he's looking for Kevin. He wants 2 for 1 here. He's getting greedy, and Heat's not actually looking back for this. They're both here, and Heats drops. Next man in line, Kevin taps that bomb, and there's the headshot. Finds it. There's the bomb defused. So another one here. 15-5. Wow. 8 HP stands between the map. That's a good few legend points down the toilet for Namasie, just predicated off that one. So, AWP quad M4s. I did think that that was going to be the 1 versus 3 there. I thought that was going to be it. Lovey GIF, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your comments. Really nice. My monitor's a little bit far away. I think I need glasses as well, so I can't read that. But I read that one. It like stood out, it like glistened in my eyes. Kevin starting to wake up. He has been the most influential player of this CT side so far. And he's about to hold off this smoke, apparently. Drops down another one. Nice spray down through as he's trying to rattle away onto the pistols. Forb does find one more. They need to be trying to grab this rifle, but now the tags are coming in, and Gorik does scramble away with it, but not for long. He's only got, well, he only had the 34 HP. Gets dropped by a couple of lane tags. And Kopsaka make it closer. Commentator, what city are you from? I'm living in Hamburg. I'm not even from the city. I'm a country boy. I live in the middle of nowhere. Always. We're going to the city. But Amasia are getting through to this B bomb site here. Nice Molotov inbound, and Kevin going to find another shot. He has been certainly the crucial player so far. And now the bomb down on the B bomb site. Oh, that Molotov does force another one out. And Moore's trying to take the tags inbound. There's another one. Bennett finds another. As Namasie, they're falling to pieces on the defense. 2 versus 4, nicely placed smoke. And now they need to stop this bomb from being defused. Smoke's out. Oh, the double spray there. What was that? Bloody Wolf does find another one. He needs to stop this bomb from being defused, and it doesn't quite happen. So Kopsaka, another round on the board. And wow, 15-7, but that was just some crazy stuff. Namasie, oh man, a double spray down. Felt like he could have had that there. Aren't you from England? You know the British accent? I'm very British. I'm 100% British, English, and all the rest. Just look at this double spray down though. Look at that. Great transfer. And also the control onto the third man was almost there. You actually had the train. You couldn't see it on your screen. There was smoke in the way, but there's obviously the big metal train. You ain't shooting through that, boy. 15-7. Headshot straight onto the A bomb site. Nice tags, and there's the trade up from Moors. These AWPs have been crucial for Kopsaka. Kevin with a nice trade up. I must say, sometimes I get frustrated when I see some of the lower tier teams in Legend Series, especially their CT sides. You see a lot of mistakes, but Kopsaka's CT side here on Train so far has been pretty good, I have to say. Their retakes have been very well coordinated as well, that you don't often see from the teams at the lower end of our table. I must say, maybe Pride have been one of the more frustrating teams to watch, because they just dive out and they don't really wait for their teammates. And maybe it's ballsy, or maybe it's them getting a little ahead of themselves in those situations. But 25 seconds left. There are big gaps in this Kopsaka defense, and Q-Rush is right behind. Fiend does find one, but this is a 2 versus 4. And Q-Rush has good position, but with the bomb not down just yet. Forp and Q-Rush both finding shots. There's the bomb getting tagged away and tapped in. And they're both in great angles here. Perfect. As the retake about to come through, it's Heats here with the AWP. Needs to find a fast shot. And there's a perfect angle. Misses the flick though. Heat needs to hit those. And Adera is going to find another one, but Q Rush, this game would be over if he managed it, but Heat's missing shot after shot. Oh, and another flick. That's the inconsistency coming into play, and the camera spazzing out, that happening all day and night. And that is just some of the inconsistency that you see. Sometimes he hits flawless shots, and sometimes he misses the easy ones. And there you just saw the latter. Maybe earlier in the Legend series, we saw he gave us a little bit of a better showing. However, a bit of a disappointing result, but I am certainly more hopeful for them in Cash. It's a map that they've played a lot more here at Legend Series. They've definitely got the execute, especially towards the A-bomb site. However, we will be going to a very, very, very short break, only 5 minutes. But when we go back, we're going to be here for the 4th and final Legend Series map of the night. It's going to be Cash. See you soon.
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah. Feel the funk, y'all. Yeah. Feel the funk, y'all. Yeah. You lay back in the cut. What's up? What's up? From Alpha to Omega, VHS to Beta, PlayStation to Sega, my skill is still greater. The sickest thing since VD, wicked like VG. Live my life crooked like the left finger on ET. Please believe me, this be the realest thing I ever wrote. Right after talking to Pac, puffing on heavy smoke. Laugh now, cry later. My only dream in life was to rock a mic up in front of you spectators and rock shell toes, not gators. Show love, not haters. I'm switching over like crossfaders to a better time and place where it's safe. And they can't judge a nigga by the color of his face, but by the content of the way that I spit these letters. I'm kicking it with white boys in old Navy sweaters. Ball cap low on my eye, cause sometimes I'm listening to my style so much, I'm just trying to get by, I'm just saying. For real, I'm just saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you all out to a musical extravaganza called the Night and Day Project. Please save your applause to the end.
I'm in the AC, cooler than I ever was. I went from bubbling to a better buzz. Hey, check this, cuz I did it with no airplay. Wild out in the lot, well, that's hearsay. I'm just trying to do my thing, shine like a star. Skills in the place, banner, you know who we are. I'm Nike, that's Nate, you know K9. I already said my name, I just say the rhyme. Take it to the next level, beat him with a shovel. Dig his own grave for him, make him meet the devil. I play the villain, man, you can play the good fella. Nice guys finish last, you ain't even passed the class. Matter of fact, you ain't even study for it. Rapping just your hobby, man, you trying to get some money for it? Yeah, I'm I'm just setting the standard. They can't do what I do, man, and you can't stand it. Bring the hi-hat. It's what I call my bougie flow, man. It means I'm too funky, fresh, and fly to be hanging out with you lanes. I can do this with my eyes closed and my hands tied behind my back, you dig? I used to do this for a living. I just do it because I love living. You don't hear me, though. Hear me, though.
down, I can't chase you no more. You take where my pride were over. Friends have been chatting about we. They know everything, can't help what they see. They can see the shame you left on me. I'm in a state of misery. No more sitting waiting by the phone. Wondering if you'll ever come home. Leaving me out in the cold, you left me all alone. No more putting out my heart for you. Begging you back, you see I am through. Leaving me out in the cold, you left me all alone. For the sake of you and me, our friends will want to intervene. They seem to have really good advice, saying I just got to fight. I know you left me for somebody new, but she will never love you like I do. My foolish heart don't wanna say goodbye, but I ain't got no tears to cry. No more sitting waiting by the phone, wondering if you'll ever come home. Leaving me out in the cold, you left me all alone. No more putting out my heart for you. Begging you back, you see I am through. Leaving me out in the cold, you left me all alone. Only heaven knows how hard I tried to fight for you, to make you stay. I feel I've done all I can do. It wasn't ever easy, now you ran away, you didn't stay.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Legend Series. I'm Squid CS, and we're here for the fourth and final map of the day between Amassier and Kopzaka. Two best of twos. A nice standard, easy peasy lemon squeezy day, ending up on cash, of course. Told you this about an hour ago or so. We've got the knife round just happened, and of course on cash there's space on both sides, so you're not going to be really worried as much about which side you get. You can definitely make something work on the T side. You've got Kopzaka starting on that T side and going to be going for a standard execute on the A bomb site. In the matches that I've watched on cash, Kopzaka have played, they prefer the A side. I would say maybe north of 70% of the time. So the nades do go down. Nice smoke. Their A site smokes are usually flawless and spotless. Here comes that C4 down, and in a 5 versus 5, they are going to plant that bomb. For the Massier, the important thing here is to get the opening pick, to try and win the numbers duel early on before they push into the Glocks, and maybe try and trade off that. So, ooh, smoke straight on that bomb. They want to get the fast defuse, and Bloody Wolf's got a kit for this. And Kopzaka have to stop it now. I think that defuse is coming in, and now it works! Amassier, how do they even manage that? I think they won that in a 5 versus 5. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's just such a solid ninja, Kopzaka. I don't know if they didn't hear the Sankyo. What the hell happened? Maybe we could see it again, but 1-0 on the board, and Kopzaka struggling in that first round on the T side. We saw an exceptionally poor T side in Train just a few moments ago. In Cash, I'm expecting something a lot stronger. Kevin going on towards mid. Looking for the headshots with that Deagle. Giving a lot of chances there, but whiffing. And Q rush up close and personal with that UMP to try and shut him down. He is so close with that weapon. Obviously, the extra kill bonus for finding that shot there. Kevin gone, and only 4 more pistols to contend with. Kopzaka need to play safety in numbers here and actually do the damage early. Oh, that's exactly how to do it. Moores and Adera both finding shots, and oh, there's another one. Mills falls around 180 degrees, finds that follow-up shot, and now Agoric has to do the damage straight through the vents. What a shot right there. The nades pour in, but not doing exceptional work. 1-0 on the board, and Bloody Wolf going to hit a follow-up headshot. Adera in this corner. No, misses those shots. Bloody Wolf, how did he even do that? 2-0. Wow. If Kopzaka couldn't get any more unlucky, you throw rounds like that into the mix. And when you're behind, especially when you're a map down, you've had a poor performance in the previous, you'd really be expecting, well, to get off to a good start, you need to get your confidence flowing. Didn't just happen. Namasie, most importantly, aren't actually playing a lot of players towards the A site. They're going for the retakes over towards that side of the map. I think that it's a lot weaker. I really don't like the default where you're going for the saves and the ecos on the A bomb site. I prefer to play 2 players pincered with a player in towards mid instead of playing the 1-2-2 setup, which is not very common, which is something that we're seeing right now. Got a player towards checkers, and now mid control taken from, well, both teams. Nobody shutting down Q Rush there. That nade will blast him to pieces. Down to 31. You got Thorpe at the back of these. Well, this checker area as they are on the bomb site. Surprise, surprise. Pops out from behind. Fast headshot there. Not going to be taken care of just yet. Nice Molotov inbound. But the bomb on his back means that Moors needs to get it down right here, right now. And there we go. Planting in the back of that bomb site. A bit of a fake again. As Kopsaka deciding to take these firefights in the meantime. Adera just one tap in there. Doesn't land that shot. Now Namasie stuck in this crossfire. Needs to find some shots, and Moors shuts down another one. Just Bloody Wolf left. He exposes his head, and Moors finishes him as well. 3 kills from him. A round on the board for Kopsaka, faster than last time. 2-1 start. I've been a fan of what Namasie are doing on the CT side. Cash, as I said, a hit and miss map for them. So Kopsaka do have chances to capitalize, but you can't be giving away even trades like that. Bennett in main, you need to have somebody playing with you and actual support. Otherwise, you're just going to lose out on all of those situations. Bloody Wolf finds a pair of frags there. That's 2 rifles dropped, and they haven't done any damage to him. They are nowhere near closer to this A bomb site, to either of these bomb sites, in fact, and they've already dropped a duo with players in separate circumstances as well. So you need to be playing a buddy system if you're going to be pushing into dangerous areas of the map like that, especially in eco rounds. A main is a hot spot for pop flashes. So you don't need to be playing alone. You want to be playing at least 2 or 3 players towards A main. You can't just play all over the place slow. Bloody Wolf falls back. There's a triple kill already. He's trying to finish off this round all on his lonesome. Picks up a weapon there, baited into the corner, but Adera, he is just stuck there. Fully flashed frag. Warp pickup, AK as well. A great round for Namasie. And things falling apart from the Germans early here on their map. This is their map pick. That's a dangerous factor. Kevin with the Soul AK-47. That's the push. About to come through. Bennett, straight to the smoke. Rush, going to be going for the big spray down. That Molotov, perfect as Moors finds both. And now probably just going to clean this one up. A bit messy spray down there. Loses a lot of health in that engagement as well. So Moors on his side with an opportunity. 56 HP, bomb going down. And he's got flashes. Needs to pop one out right now. And there it is. Bounced off that wall. Bloody Wolf, oh, does find the headshot. Triple kill, not enough. As Namasie do put another one on the board. But this is looking a lot more, well, a lot closer from Kopsaka. Those names scrolling past above the T health bars. is our Legends Club. You can get your name on that list just by popping in a little subscription. If you've got Twitch Prime as well, you can do it for free. Do it for nothing. Get your name on that little list. Scrolling past. Quite a big list. A growing list, I think. A bomb site take for the yeah, they are making their way through. Adara getting the shots through. Missing a lot of those firefights as that nade. Oh, what is that? Down to 1 HP. Something, a very, very minuscule amount of health. As the nades now pouring through. That Molotov didn't quite hit, but now Geeks needs to do it all. 2 with the AK-47. He's still in no man's land as well, so pop flash out. Oh, and he spots out another one. Fully flashed headshot. Heat's doing the work on the A bomb site, and all of these players are low. What is this health? 2, 2, and 3? Are you absolutely joking? Fiend forced back, and that is that's just one of the craziest rounds I think I've ever seen. Just so little health on these final few players. One shot coming through, the bomb finding another. That's just so insane. I can't even put it into words. Imagine that. Imagine Squid being lost for words. 4-2. What a round from Kobzaka, and what a round from Heats. It's got deja vu. I think I've seen Heats do that before. What a couple of shots there. Moors with the straight up spray down. Agoric gone. Agonric. Agoric, one of the more experienced players on this Demacier side, I'd say. So Q Rush has had his fair shot. Ooh, Heat! Are you joking? Straight through the wall. Straight through those vents onto mid, and that's the sort of Heats that we're looking out for here today. A Heats who is going to hit shots left, right, and center. And now about to make their way in towards A main. Bomb on their back. Not a lot of A-site coverage from Demacier once again, as the push is about to come through. He's doing the starfish on the ground. That's what's happening right now. But the peak coming in, and all 5 players from Kobzaka being able to take and salvage that A bomb site. Of course, 4-2 scoreline. We're really actually looking for Kobzaka to take, I would say, 8 or so rounds this half, if they're going to be convincing going into this one. Obviously, we've seen a slightly lackluster CT side as of late. Their T side being a little bit stronger. The shots come in, but nothing found with the UMP. Fiend there as well, but 1 versus 4. And 4 versus 3, as far as the score is concerned. Four lots of AK-47s in the 1 AWP on Kobzaka. It's a lackluster buy for Demacier. They've barely got anything. Bloody Wolf with the 1 saved rifle, everybody else with barely anything. Forp and Fiend being the only 2 invested into this one. With Kobzaka slowly making 1 player's way towards A. Yet again, I'm still not a fan of them playing just 1 player in main. Nice, he's got a bit of support now, but he was there alone for the 10 seconds that Demacier are going to be going for one of these peaks. A main is really one of these danger spots on Cash, where you're not really wanting to go for that aggressive a peak. Just because there are so many different dangerous angles, especially this head glitch angle towards Forklift, where it's so precarious, you don't really know who you're looking for. B side completely open as well. Kovsaka have elected to go towards the pointy letter the majority of these times, so switching it up towards B now, obviously catching the Russians off guard. They will level up the scoreline. Great will find a shot in the meantime, and that will be a rifle pickup. I don't know if they're going to go for this one. I would predict not. Namasie have quite a bit of investment going through, so I'd actually be expecting Kovsaka to have the save, probably save a couple of players in this situation. But you can see Namasie is setting up around this B bomb site. They want as many players as possible to go up with the bombs. So now Kovsaka have to get these firefights, and they certainly will. Only one dropping from behind. Gorik taking the tags. There are a bunch of shots, and Forbes survives with the AK-47. So that's I think, 3-for-3 trade right there on the A bomb site, with Kovsaka fully invested in Namasie, certainly not. So 4-4 as long as the scoreline's concerned, and Namasie find themselves in a good situation as far as the money's concerned as we go further through to this first half, as we get through to the more crucial rounds. Thanks so much if you've been watching the Legend series today. What's the chat saying? The chat saying easy, German CS, RIP, do 1K. You want to do the bets in chat. Remember, we've got that roulette function in chat. If you want to bet your betties, you get 10 betties for every 10 minutes you watch. And you can gamble them, and you can buy cool shizzle, like a Razer Glacius mousepad. There are Razer mice as well. You can win skins. It's all for free. All a little free currency by watching the stream. I think lots of people are here just for that. Not for squid, not for anything else, just for the betties. How'd you get betties? Just by watching the stream, that's it. And you get double betties if you're a subscriber as well. So make sure you do that. He Rush behind the lot is going to find both kills there. There's the bomb dropped. So Kovsaka not getting... Oh, Bloody Wolf. Great spray down right through the wall. Another headshot. Bloody Wolf rips him apart. Nice double there for both him and Q Rush. There we go. Is Define going offline? Is it his bedtime? What's up? What's up, Define? You should stay with us, brother. AWP and AK's all round. Everybody apart from Moors, who finally picks up his AK. There's the shot from Heats. Those are the sort of openings that we're waiting for when we talk about Heats' AWPing. I like the fiery, aggressive AWPing. I don't want to see the passive, just scared style that he sometimes elects to go for when they're not playing as well. He needs to be the difference maker and the entry taker. Looks like he's going in for second helpings over towards the A-bomb site. Bloody Wolf, the trade out coming. Namasie, this has been far from a perfect CT side. Kevin taking the spray duel through the smoke. That Molotov going to hold him at bay for the time being. Nice nade in. Going to do a little tickler damage over towards Fiends. Oh, that should have been a headshot. I'm sure of it. Maybe he was moving ever so slightly, but he seems to be warming up. There was almost a flick there. Thorpe able to hit the headshot, nail it. 2 versus 3 here. I feel like they might be about to lose both rifles on Namasie. They probably want to be saving this one. That bomb is planted in a very exposed position, but it's the back round. Thorpe is going to go down. Fiend as well. So 5-5. Kovsaka keeping the pace. Namasie setting it right here as we are 5-5. Shots coming in. Obviously just an eco round for Namasie. Here, not much investment. A lot of these rounds you're only expecting to get a couple of frags. You're expecting maybe the 2-kill mark. Heat. Wow, turns around, it does find form. I thought that could have been all over there for the AWP, but nope. He's gonna rack up another one, and the A site ripe for the taking. You've got 2 players over here still, so a couple of shots missed. Bennett looking for the tags. Fiend does get dropped. 2 kills on Heats already. This is where he's at his most dangerous. Now he needs really to carry on this form towards the second half, which will be coming momentarily in the next 4 rounds. You can tell when Heats is feeling confident because his crosshair is just all over the place. His aim's a lot more snappy. It's almost like he puts his sensitivity up. Bennett finishes off those final 2 players, but maybe he should be the man we're looking for right now. He is at 9 frags, but the majority of the time he's finding these entries. 13-8 on Moors. He's leading the charge. On Namasie, Bloody Wolf's the only man above double digits. Nobody else really carrying the pack. Pack of wild dogs. Just going for these headshots. Tries to go for the double spray down there, but re-engages with a pistol. Bit of a mistake. Bloody Wolf able to keep them a man up. Forp even staying alive in the second re-engagement means that Namasie stay a man up. And now this scoreline could be closed up once again if Kopsaka can't take an aggressive stance towards the B bomb site. Fiend looking for these initial shots in. He misses the flick with the AWP. Fiend finds it. And now he's still roaming here. Great flash. And he switches his position. He's not going to be heard here. And Kopsaka probably aren't going to be waiting and watching for it. Kevin gets caught off guard. And Adera finally knows that it's coming through. No peaks on the Molotov. And Fiend staying alive once again. And Bloody Wolf finishes up the job. So 6-6, an even scoreline, and this pace is being well and truly set. So 6-6, Kopsaka. I think that this is one of the only times that they've been lacking on economy, lacking on utility, lacking on weaponry. But I want to see them go for something all together here, and something... I just want to see them go for something a little more tied up as they go towards this beat bomb site. Massier just cutting them down through that smoke. What an angle from Q Rush. He did like 250 damage without seeing anything. And Heats last alive, 1 versus 5. We often tout him as being good, but maybe not this good. Maybe not 1 versus 5 worthy. Let's see what you're made of, main man. He's stuck towards checkers, and he does get shut down by Q Rush as well. He puts together that triple kill. 7-6. Oh, look at that. Hash said the available items are, we've got League of Legends t-shirts, CSGO t-shirts, a blind bag which is pins, a Nintendo Game Boy backpack, that's new. Got a Mercy figure, a cushion. Wow, there's loads of things. It's like family fortunes. It's like The Price is Right, when they give you a big thing. And give a big hamper. Oh, look at this. Just shuts it down from behind. Goes a little too over-aggressive. Just wanted to pop open the heads. Finally finished by Heats. That German AWPer, who's always got your number. It's Adera to shoot down another one. Massier have most of their manpower on towards the A bomb site. Molotov inbound. It's not something that he's necessarily lined up. I would have liked to see Kopzaka go for the double peek or wait for the smoke on that cross. You need as many players as possible to take the forklift angle and to clear out a couple of these angles on the A site. Often so crucial. Needs the nice player alive, and not for much longer. Namasie on an 8th. And this, could be a good half here for the Russians. I would say 9 could possibly be enough. They're in the lead right now. And on cash, we always say that Kopzaka's T side's better than their CT side. So I think that they probably need a 7th here, but most importantly, need a good start when we flip around in the CT. Big nades in. Bloody Wolf once again clearing out A main. Kevin there does find the initial shot, and these Deagles are raining in. From behind, Thorpe going for a mad spray down there. And there's another one. Moore's last alive. That bomb plant isn't going to yield him any extra cash. He's going to be taking it to his grave. As 9-6 is where we end the half. 9-6. Oh, such a crucial pistol round, and Heat is only able to find one from that angle. You need to have a... well, it can't really be a one and done there, but Bennett does find a follow-up headshot. And now the B site is the angle of approach. Kevin just holding back here. They are going to close in with the pistols. Moores finds another one. And, oh, straight through the smoke. Thorpe gone. And now Fiend. He is on this A bomb site. Dodging and weaving. Needs to find some serious headshots. None found. 9-7 as... yeah, Kopzaka absolutely needed that there. Four MP9s? This is a weird buy against pistols, especially when they're, well, I guess Namasie got the bomb down in the pistol, so you're expecting a buy-up in the second and then nothing in the third. But Namasie have actually read this and gone for buy-ups right now, which really counters what Kopzaka have done. I would say maybe even Namasie have a better buy here. If they can land the shots with the pistols, this is just so doable. Adera trying to tag at long range. The pop flash comes through. That's information for them. They know that it's not towards the B bomb site. There's the Deeg. The one Deeg for Thorpe. Shoots in between the eyes. Heats does return with a pistol of his own, wanting the AWP as fast as possible, but from long range, Heats is finding one by one. And Namasie, it's all safety in numbers when you're playing with the pistols, but they've only got 2 left in a 2 versus 2. There's Heats and Moores, the only players to find shots so far. Need the 2 versus 5, but Thorpe with another one. Another one, Deeg. Q Rush just wrapping around, and Moores does have no idea where this final man is playing from. Q Rush just playing this one very quietly, very slowly, and there's the shot. Namasie finish it with the pistols, and there's no rifle to pick up, so I wouldn't be worrying too much about that one, but Kopzaka need to be really worried right now. Losing the second round is actually often worse than losing the pistol, because it pretty much guarantees the next couple of rounds. So, another headshot. Looking for Bennett, Moores and Darrow to close this off, as that was a lot of team damage done. Massier finding a lot of these shots, despite shooting lots of bullets into their teammates. Bennett, final man, 1 versus 3. And really wanting to at least do some damage, which doesn't happen. So 11-7. The Massier with that famed fast T side, putting a lot of rounds on the board. And this is where they get dangerous, when they have the momentum. All 5 players are fragging as well for Namassier. All 5 up above double digits. That's a dangerous position to put these Russians at, because when they are feeling it, they just go for the rushes. And now they're about to meet and greet. Mank with that free B-bomb site. And they know it as well. This round, bot planted in the first 15 seconds of the round as well, so. Shot down with the USPS. Adera is going to find at least 1 rifle, but I don't think Kopzak are going to find a hell lot more here. I think 1-5-1 here. Bloody Wolf going to maybe get dropped as well. He's down very, very low. Agoric from behind, and maybe they're finally going to be crushed up. There we go. Round 1, Namassier. Quite a bit of damage done there by Kopzaka, so there's at least a silver lining. You're keeping the Namassier economy fairly honest. But they are 4 rounds away from a 2-0 here today. Very close. And this is normally when we start to be a little more worried about CT side. Because, fast flick from Heats to open up. When you're playing 12-7 down on the CT side, if you get your buy broke maybe once or twice, then that is game over. You've got maybe half the amount of rounds as you would have on the other side of the map. And Heats does find another one in the meantime. He has sped up his shooting. And certainly worthwhile trades. There's a triplet of defensive prongs on that A-bomb site. One of which falls, one of which finds a frag. That's Bennett shooting it down, but Agoric and Bloody Wolf both going to fall back. They've got a minute left, a lot of time on the clock to make a different angle of approach work. I think I'd have preferred the A site, even though there are 2 players over there. B with only 2 players is often very hard to take. A site's a little more open, allows itself for the faster fragging. And now the B site have 2 players over there. Kopzaka have severely misread this situation, and you've got Bloody Wolf who can hear this rotate coming through and in. So they know exactly where these players are playing from, and there goes the shots. It's a crucial one to win. Moores over in the corner. MBK is going to be able to find both. 12-8. Kopzaka with opportunities to make this a 1-1. They're looking for every map they can take in the Legend series. They're right at the bottom here of our table. 12th out of 12 teams. They need to be finding some wins fast. It doesn't always happen. That hasn't always been happening. Heats with another opening shot. If he can actually find consistency on the last half of Cash, then this comeback is much more doable. A countage? What is everyone doing? Actually, I don't think a countage is a thing. Followage? Massier not finding many shots and much success on this T side either. Their T side has been fairly lackluster so far, and a team who rely so much on momentum need to rack it up soon. If Kopsaka can get 12-12, they will certainly be in the driver's seat. The only reason that Kopsaka can even be considered behind right now is that scoreline, because they're on the CT side, they're gaining momentum, they're gaining rounds, and they are 12-12. I don't want to jinx it here. So, end of this round. Time is up. Q-Rush going to be saving the AWP. It's 12-9 being that scoreline. This is actually getting more interesting here. Kopsaka certainly in the driver's seat, certainly with pretty much all the momentum. You've got a 12-9 scoreline, maybe one of our closer maps of the night. Quick flick from Q-Rush, but he ain't Heats. He ain't hitting that. He misses, and Heats is able to scramble away and keep that AWP alive. 12-9 as well. And Namazier have to work with everything that they can get their hands on. And Q-Rush's saved AWP is certainly one of the big prongs of attack. Hitting that shot just an inch upwards would have been sensational, phenomenal, crucial. There's the shot. Q-Rush opening it up, and these pistols need to deal with Bennett very soon and shortly, as he is pistols out. And look at Q-Rush! What a headshot! There's the nade banged inwards, and it does so much damage. How does he do it, Bennett? Oh my lord, he might single-handedly just won this round. It's only for left pistol at the back of the sight, and he is being wrapped inwards. Another round for Kopsaka, double digits finally, as they might be about to level this one up. Bennett coming alive over on Forklifter there. Just that single one tap over towards Q-Rush. He had the AWP, but he was just holding the angle all the way out in the open. And Kopsaka taking control. Moors is on 23 frags. What are you talking about? That's 1 kill per round. That's actually more than 1 kill per round. Slightly more. We're looking for 2 more rounds to level this one up. 12-10 being the scoreline. And then Massier taking this one slower. Heats playing a more aggressive angle. This is exactly where you want to see him. Bennett banking the nades right off that wall over towards white box. And he's getting so aggressive. There's the bomb spotted and dropped. The smoke also dropped as Heat takes a much more passive angle of approach. They're a man up here. And that nade was perfect. Bloody Wolf down to 34 points of health. A 5 versus 4. Voyaging and verging on a 5 versus 3. As the smoke is dropped there. It's... Oh, the flick from Agoric. Crucial at that to even up the numbers. And Kopsaka losing a lot of manpower here. And it does find one with a Molotov, and Forbes' headshot might just seal the deal. Heats is in a very difficult 1 versus 3. He's already given his position away earlier on in the round as well on the flank, finding that shot. They didn't know if he fell back or just went into Sunroom or aggressed into T-spawn. So they were expecting the flank here. All 3 players actually watching towards him. This is usually a great angle, but it falls apart this time. 13-10. Heats gets predictable. And Kopsaka have 1 more shot at this one. Otherwise, the economy is going to be in tatters. They play this passive approach to the economy once again. And don't go for the investment. Just a shutdown from Fiend. The trade-in does come. Kopsaka don't have the nades. Is rattled in over towards... I think you need 2 flashbangs in for that, and a nade bounced right off the wall, but with the A stat coming through, Massier know that they have a free B-bomb site once again. Second time that Kopsaka have done it. It's not something that you can be massively critical of. Sometimes a stack is the right way to go about things, especially in a situation like this. The was a little bit late. Kevin does find a pair of shots here. 2 versus 2. Agoric trades it through. And he's stuck all out in the open as the Massier find 14. So 14 to 10. Oh, and Heats eats an aid right there. Eats more like eats a frag grenade. Q-Rush right behind this door. Squeaky's about to open, and the Massier have so much control of the A-bomb site. They can actually go for a free reign and a quick push here. Guerra does shut down 2. He's still stuck in MBK, but moves right into this one, and they are finding these shots everywhere. Agoric now needs to go through the firing range. There was at least 2 shots there. He's going for the tags with the USPS. Agoric falling back, and he can actually be heard on the backtrack. So he has the bomb on his back, and an open B bomb site once again. Kopsaka gonna give this one away, but he voyages in towards mid, and now this is actually the best angle he could have gone for. You've got Moors, who is watching this B bomb site now. Agoric, who's actually hit the flank. If he can find Kevin here. Oh, and there's the flip. Heat. Oh, can hit it with the AK-47 though. If he had the AWP there and missed, that could have been a 1 versus 1 and a 1 versus 3. But the Massier lose out that time. Got to be feeling the pressure at this point. Both teams ramped up. This is one that either team could have taken. The odds being a little closer. This being one of Massier's closest games as well. They are fairly well known for the long haul matches, but Agoric up close and personal, AWP in hand, but can't hit the first fast flick. Bennett trades it up. Famous there as Heats over towards the middle of this map as well. Forced off that angle. Doesn't want to go all too aggressive. And Dara just looking with the M4A4. Overtime certainly on the cards. 15-15, and we go to extra rounds. Yep. Double AWPs. For the first time in a long time. And it's not just Heat starting to step up. Like 3 or 4 players are actually finding these initial frags, especially Bennett and Moors, who have been some of the better players on this server so far. A shot missed with the AWP. Oh, the double deeg there from Bloody Wolf. Picks up the AWP, and he's able to swivel and maybe try and find an angle with these final 30 seconds. Got Adera towards this side angle, but it's a free A bomb site. Kopsaka, what are you doing? You're giving away bomb plants in the Massier. All they can ask for right now is the extra cash. He plants all the way out in the open, and an opportunity here. 22 points of health. Surely an impossible situation. Kopsaka have to make some pretty massive, fat mistakes. And, well, there's a first one. Bloody Wolf missing the opening shot. They are playing all the way together as they are going for the jumps. And there's Kevin for the final kill. 14-12. Just 2 rounds between these 2 teams.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
So, a pause. The first of the day, funnily enough. A lot of Legend Series teams, not really a fan of the tax. They don't really go for the pauses whatsoever, but in such a crucial situation. Namasie also verging on this top 6. Like, if they can get a couple of 2-0s on the board, they could certainly get another invite back to the next Legend Series, which is everything that they're going for right now. So, attack pause for the Namasie side, and serious face there, very serious. Flick of the wrist. Yeah, I think he's great. He knows we're on him. He's playing to the camera. That's what he's doing. What do people predict? Obviously, we've got a fairly full chat today. We've got over 3,000 people, in fact, here watching this one. So what do people say? Do we think that Namasie are going to win? Or do we think that the comeback is going to happen? The Kopzaka comeback, perhaps, here today? There we go. Nice little crouch there. He's ready to get back into the action. He wants this one. He wants the prize. He needs a 2-0. Legend Series is all about the 2-0s as well. You get a 2-0 on the board, you're going to be getting way more legend points. th round. Heats with the AWP. M4s all round, and Namasie going for this creep approach on the B-bomb site. They have got so close to this B site as well without anybody really noticing. And now, oh, Kevin, fast shot, and he backtracks as well. So Moors, they're going to crush them up. And that's a perfect round from Kopzaka. You don't often see that from some of the lower tier teams, but the peaks just so well timed and coordinated, finding the shots left, right, and center. Very brisk headshots to close off that round. And 14-13's the result. Now Namasie, they've got the AKs. What can they do? Are we going to see overtime? Are we going to see a 16-14 here? We are going to go to, well, almost the maximum amount of rounds in Counter-Strike. Kopzaka going for that early aggression into A main, playing with Heats' AWP as support. You've got Adara there as well, playing a fairly aggressive style. And Q-Rush playing inwards. So at 14-13. And Bloody Wolf down towards the middle of the map. Bennett needs to give the information fast and actually back off. His main goal here, to stay alive for as long as possible. You've got a minute left on the clock as well. So Namasie, you can see they're just kind of spread out, trying to find an opening, and there it is, gifted to them. Fiend able to rack up another one. Seconds left. 30 seconds left. Massier, 2 versus 2 here. This is about as crucial as it gets. You've got the bomb. Oh, does actually make the cross there. He's very low as well. Could have dropped right there, and that could have been the round over. But with 20 seconds on the clock, they are able to get that bomb down. More straight through the Molotov, and he's going for the jump over. He spots out the tip of his dome there. And Agoric finding the headshots. Forb going for the big, long backtrack as well. And he didn't see him go into main, so he knows that he's behind somewhere. And with the bomb very far exposed and no visual towards Squeaky, he must know that he's probably playing towards main, and there's the shots in. 15-13. Kopzaka now 2 in a row to make this to overtime, and I'm not sure that's going to happen. Massier, oh, if they lose this one, they've got no money to play with. Kopzaka, it's really all or nothing right here. 5 AK setup. Q-Rush not fancying his chances with the AWP apparently. Sometimes in such a crucial situation, you don't want to be playing with the AWP regardless, just because it's such a high pressure weapon when you're holding an angle with the AWP. You know what it's like. Everybody here plays CS. You have your heart pounding, and you don't know when it's coming through, and you don't know if you're gonna really find those shots. But Kopzaka walk into Q-Rush's crosshair, and there's the opening shot. Beautiful there. And Namassier, it's all about being either gifted or earning openings. Right there, they were gifted it. Agoric finds another one. Oh, and another one. B-side cleared, and this might be the match. Kopzaka, have they given it away at the final hurdle? An impressive effort against the Russian side. 15-13. And Q-Rush on the back angle does whiff a couple of bullets. Now Namassier need to just hold it in, and they will be champions. 2-0 here for them. Adara does find a nice triple kill. Bennett as well, 1 versus 1. Needs this headshot. Knows where this player is as well. 6 bullets left, and he finds it! Unbelievable. Gets onto this bomb. He's got the kit. We're going to extra rounds. A 30th here in Legend Series. 15-14, and Namassier have no money. That bomb plant's going to be absolutely crucial to give them just something here, to give them at least a rifle, 2 rifles. But that was a 4 versus 2. I cannot believe it. Q-Rush missing those shots over towards mid in that angle in vents. They thought that they had it. It was in their grasps. This win was in their hands, and we might be going to extra rounds after this one. Over towards the B-bomb site. Pistols. This is not a goodbye, but it could be a goodbye, if you know what I mean. If Kopzaka fall apart here, Heat's blasted to oblivion by that nade. He is down to just 22 points of health, and the crossover comes from Thorpe, nice and safely. And flashes come in, and Heats gets his head blown off. Another perfect nade from Namassier. They might be about to steal this from the clutches of defeat in the last moments. 16-14. Is it really about to happen? Another 2 versus 4. Playing close to these angles on Namassier, and they are playing close to the bottom. Cards against their chest right here. They do not want to lose this. And Bloody Wolf finds both these final frags. 16-14. What a match there to finish this one off. Wow, I thought we were going to overtime. Whew. Wow, that was quite a match, quite a series, but it ends up as 2-0. So congratulations to Namassier. That was quite a series. Kopzaka putting up a fight right there, seeing a much stronger version of the German team. And God, do I hope that we see that sort of Kopzaka come out in the next couple of weeks, maybe even taking a couple of wins off their future matches. Wow, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been an exciting day of Counter-Strike, but it is not over. We've got Thursday's matches coming up, where we've got 3 matches, in fact, coming up live. We start at 5 o'clock CEST, obviously starting with that Nexus versus Spirit game. Spirit will be playing a doubleheader that day, then against XCOM as well. So let's hope that they show up for some good Counter-Strike, and then playing Dux Epsilon, some more German blood. So if you're here for the Germans tonight, you can come back and join us here Thursday, 5 o'clock CEST. That's German time, Central European summertime, for Thursday's edition of Legend Series. Thank you so much for watching. Good night, everybody.
Thank